Hello, chat. Getting ready. Hold on. Let's see how we're looking here. That's what I wanted. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We got some stuff to work on tonight. Yo, Kif, real person, 4 doors down. Amoosish. Creations Metal. Jamie, hey yo. Okay. What's up, real person Jedi? Okay, we are going to work on some more stuff today. See what we got going on. Here's some people's names I'm supposed to look up. Here's some stuff we might work on. We did overview the flight path. I really want to do SBIRS part 2 today. I had a system restore yesterday to get rid of the viruses, just to be on the safe side. Didn't take too long though. But I did have to reinstall Discord and a bunch of other crap. So, all these things are up here. But now we're good on it. We're not going to click any more sketchy links today. Let's watch a couple of videos here to start it off. Hey, Levi, welcome. So I want to start. I downloaded this clip of Matt Gaetz.
In a clear diamond formation for which there is a radar sequence that I alone have observed in the United States Congress. One of the pilots goes to check out that diamond formation and sees a large floating, what I can only describe as an orb. Again, like I said, not of any human capability that I'm aware of.
So that part right there, really interesting. Matt Gaetz says he's seen something that only he's seen that describes as an orb and not any human capabilities that he's aware of. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of the first time I looked at the MH370 videos.
And when he approached, he said that his radar went down. He said that his FLIR system malfunctioned. This is
interesting. Listen
and that he had to manually take this image from one of the lenses, and it was not automated in collection, as you would typically see in a test mission. So I guess I'll...
It was not automated in collection, so he had to use manual tracking. This sounds a lot like our videos. I mean, I don't think this is what he's talking about, but it is eerily weird. And the information I've gleaned from this as well is that I don't think Congress has any idea what we're talking about technology-wise. Hey, Anna, welcome. Like, this is pretty big to me. He's like the only guy I think that saw some of this information. Like, even Anna Paulina Luna and Burchett and Moshowitz. Like, I don't think they even saw this.
Craft
I'll listen to it one
in
more
a
time.
clear diamond formation for which there is a radar sequence that I alone have observed in the United States Congress. One of the pilots goes to check out that diamond formation and sees a large floating, what I can only describe as an orb. Again, like I said, not of any human capability that I'm aware of. And when he approached, he said that his radar went down. He said that his FLIR system malfunctioned and that he had to manually take this image
I'm not
from
watching.
one
You
of
guys
the
aren't watching.
lenses.
Crap. My bad, guys. My bad. Thank you. Good call. There you go. Sorry. There you go. Here, I'll do that one more time. So, whatever you think about Matt Gaetz, whatever, he's got inside access to UAPs. So,
a clear diamond formation
Hey,
for
everybody.
which there is a radar sequence that I alone have observed in the United States Congress. One of the pilots goes to check out that diamond formation and sees a large floating, what I can only describe as an orb. Again, like I said, not of any human capability that I'm aware of. And when he approached,
I almost want to just
he said that his radar
play
went
the other
down.
video at the top.
He said that his FLIR system malfunctioned and that he had to manually take this image from one of the lenses, and it was not automated in collection as you would typically see in a test mission. So I guess I'll...
With Grush in them. So I clipped this earlier today. Oops. What the hell? It's not what I wanted to do. I don't know why that did that. Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I'm not sure they have the intellect to understand this concept either, actually. So let's now compare to our videos. Let's go. I kind of want to download the one that's the higher quality one. I mean, the stereoscopic one's good, but side by side, it's kind of annoying. This makes me think that, I don't know. I'm not sure what to think on it, other than I think our Congress people have no idea what's going on with this stuff. So we got the orb, and then the drone is cropped out of view here. And the drone, he's manually tracking on the drone as well. But I don't think it's interfering with the radar or anything. Like, I mean, I don't know a way to know, but I'm thinking of storyboarding this video and talking through just one video at a time. Like how I used to post the videos like every week. I haven't been doing it for a while. So I'm thinking I might just do a storyboard with the video, talk through it. But the problem is I need to know, I got to figure out what to say. Pretty interesting. It closes this out. I think we might talk about like the leaker information. What is going on here? Oh, that's what happened. Okay. Why is it all black? I wish I knew this. Like, maybe there's something in here. What if there's like an encoded message in here? But I think what I want to work on first is the SBIRS part 2. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're already up to 80 stream people watching. It's only been a few minutes. We had a pretty big day here. Dom Lucre is how you say the last word, right? He's following us now. He's somebody who I've been following for a while. Who, mostly because I started to question a lot of official narratives. And he exposes a lot of them, so it'd be pretty amazing if he started to post any of our content. Hey, Luis. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the U.S. government cannot admit a lot of this. So I think if I get asked that a lot, the question of what do you do, right? And the answer is, yeah, we are going to have to keep it at 6th grade level. We have to make it self-apparent, right? So keep this in mind. We have to make it self-evident that whatever we are spreading, that people are just going to have to come to terms with it no matter what. The way we do that is we just continue to disseminate the evidence. It'll get to a point where everybody simply knows everything. Yeah, man. Yeah, Amanda. He retweeted somebody who mentioned that they should follow me, and then he's following me now. I saw it, and I was like, holy crap, man. We have some huge, huge names following us now, at least on Twitter. Which honestly just drives me to work even harder because I want to make really good content now. I think the flight path explainer was pretty good, I think. But yeah, I want to let the science speak, but Hermes, you got to realize that the science is going to go over most people's heads. Okay, it's going to go way over most people's heads. We got to really boil it down in terms that people can understand as much as possible. And that's why I've been trying to meet up with or talk with so many people. Like here, I was taking notes. So some of the stuff we want to talk about: matter is trapped light, cold fusion can happen at any temperature, matter can convert to an electromagnetic wave. Like, I'm trying to write it down in ways that people can understand. The waves cohere. So this is something else that I think I want to talk to Dave Rossi on Sunday. The Dave Rossi, Amanda, be careful. I think you got nightbotted. Yeah, don't do too many emotes. You're gonna get You got nightbotted, Amanda. Gotta be careful. That nightbot is brutal, y'all. Brutal. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out how long it took to get that. Jeez, what is this? Okay, my phone wants to update. You guys definitely want to check out the Dave Rossi interview on Sunday. I'm gonna probably start promoting that tomorrow. Maybe I'll set up the thing for it. It's good. Yeah, I think it doesn't like more than like 2 emotes, so just be careful. So you guys want to hear a funny story? Oh yeah, Strange Planet is great. We're gonna be on Coast to Coast AM on Sunday, Sunday morning. But interesting story. Someone told me today that they were walking around in London and they heard someone talking about me, and they literally heard somebody talking saying my name, talking about the videos. Pretty funny. I'm waiting for the first time I get recognized in public. That'll be funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you're gonna be able to block Nightbot. You can try if you want. I don't know if that'll work. Nightbot's brutal, man. Nightbot does not mess around. But we had people like spamming like all kinds of heinous stuff in our chat, so we had to get the Nightbot online. But yeah, Dave Rossi, super smart guy. I'm really interested in talking to him. Honestly, we're gonna have to prep for the Dave Rossi interview. Oh, really? There's an economist following me, Luke Groman. I'm a bit of an economist myself. That's actually where my education is, in business and economics. That was funny. Somebody was thinking. Somebody was mentioning what I would do next after this, and I mean I know that's kind of far off, right? It's but the 2 options would be exposing the economic stuff, like, you know, stuff into like the bank crisis and things like that. Like, I think that the banking system almost collapsed earlier this year. When remember with the those bank bailouts? The bank bailouts are pretty wild, and like I think that we almost just everything almost collapsed there, is my opinion. The other thing we would expose is NASA. We could definitely expose NASA, but exposing NASA would really break the minds out of a lot of people. So it's one thing at a time, I think. TWA Flight 800, I don't think there's even that much controversy over it. Like, we shot it down. It's just a matter of like what weapon we used to shoot it down is the only controversy over TWA Flight 800. But that's a good example, because I think that that's a situation where the government can't admit it outright, but everybody just knows. Like, yeah, wasn't it just shot down, right? And so I want to get to a point where, yeah, I think our banking system's on, like, it's not really good right now. Have I addressed Julian's comments? Yeah, we don't really talk about that podcaster, because I mean they're just not a good person. You know, they're just a liar, frankly. And they made a bunch of false claims about me, made a bunch of false claims during the interview. So we don't try to give like deceptive liars and stuff any attention. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know about protests, live protests. I mean, we're in a digital age. There's nothing wrong with live protests, right? But we're not going to get to that point. We're not at that point, right? This is the kind of thing, when you're dealing with conspiracies like this, you want to be very careful. You don't want to get like J6'd, you know? Like, if we were to make a protest, it's going to be filled with feds. So we got to be careful. Yeah, Chanel, I reached out to her. So you want to hear a funny story on that too? I've got a lot of good stories today. So we've got the story about the London person who said they heard somebody talking about my name. Do I even want to mention this? Whatever. I'm not really afraid of dabbling into the politics side. So I'll give you guys a background on me from a political perspective. I once upon a time lived in California. And when I lived in California, I had voted for a guy named Gavin Newsom, who is the governor of California, current governor still. And I think you guys probably saw, I haven't really addressed it very much, but I was not all about the mask mandates that were put out in California. I didn't think that people who are healthy Americans should have to wear a mask in public. And so I campaigned against Gavin Newsom to recall Gavin Newsom, even though I voted for him. And part of this campaigning was going around and, sitting in front of like big box stores and collecting signatures. So we collected thousands of signatures. Like I did it well over a dozen times. I went with a group of ladies who were really nice ladies. We didn't, our politics weren't really the same, right? Because I was somebody who had voted for Gavin Newsom, but I got very disillusioned during COVID with everything that was happening. And so I felt like I should recall him. I felt like everything that was happening, he was caught, in the French Laundry at this very nice restaurant with all these people when, everybody else was locked down. And his kids were at a school where they were going to school where everybody else's kids were locked down. So I campaigned against him. Anyway, moral of the story is I'm sitting there and I met a lot of people, like a lot of people when I was doing that. Just, you'd have people from both sides, and some people, like there would be tons of weirdos who would like take your picture and like try to take video of you and stuff. And I'm like, what are these people doing? And then you'd have people coming up to you, and we got the cops called on us like, I don't know how many times, basically every single time we did it. But we were legally allowed to collect signatures, like you're just legally allowed to in California. But one time, I'm sitting there and this woman comes up. She's in very nice clothes, whatever. And, she starts talking to us and she says, yeah, I'm going to sign your thing. And then I'm not sure how it came up. She tells me, oh, I'm the wife of the owner of OAN News, of the whole news station, OAN. And so I started talking to her like, oh, wow, that's amazing. That's a big news station, right? And they, of course, have been, a lot of like attacks on them for being like connected to Russia or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's all nonsense, but at the same time, like they definitely are like right wing news, right wing slant for sure. But it was just really interesting that I met her in person, and so when Chanel followed me, I saw that actually the other day. I was going through my verified followers, and I noticed she's a correspondent for OAN News, the White House correspondent, I think actually. And so I actually messaged her and told her that story and said, this is such a small world. Like, I had met the actual owner of OAN News, or the wife of the owner. I mean, maybe she's also the owner. I'm not 100% sure. So I just thought that was really interesting in terms of small world. So I don't really mind being labeled right wing or whatever. Honestly, it just doesn't matter to me. I really don't care. But the reality of my politics is that I at least used to be somebody that voted for Democrats in the United States a lot, and I even voted for Gavin Newsom. I personally believe that they're going to try to make him president, and the evidence for that is that he went around campaigning across the country. But I think that he's a big hypocrite, and I don't like voting for hypocrites, and so I campaigned against his recall. Now, the recall election, we got enough signatures, but then we ended up losing the recall election, of course, with California. I mean, there's no way. So anyway, that's my politics, guys. You learned a little bit about it today. Now let's go back to MH370 stuff. But yeah, what I'll say is the left-right paradigm is crumbling. I think that a lot of people that would be considered right-wing are what they really are is they're for people who are honest and open, people that don't adhere to whatever the kind of political standard is, right? And yeah, I mean, I think that my politics probably much more closely aligned on that side now than they do on the alternative. But I'm free-minded, open-minded. I'll vote for whoever I think I agree with the most. And yeah, anyway, let's no more politics talk though. Let's keep it going. Oh yeah, and Creation is Metal, thanks for signing. It would be funny if we met in person, because I would sit there, we would collect these signatures, and I would meet with a lot of people. That a lot of people that were very, very against Gavin Newsom. A lot of people that were. The weird part is we get a lot of hostile people, a lot of really hostile people. That's when I learned that like people that watch a lot of CNN or watch a lot of cable news in general, like they get in their head that whatever the TV tells them must be real, Got a little bit scary. So I imagine there's not a lot of those people following me, but if you are, I apologize. I'm not trying to offend you in any way, shape, or form. I think that everybody should vote for whoever they believe in. Okay. Now, in terms of work tonight, though, yeah, people need to move beyond binary thinking. I think that's a big part of the problem, is everybody thinks you have to be on one side or the other, right? Even people in my own family, it's really difficult because they can't really accept that, like, oh, I can have beliefs that aren't lockstep with everyone. Yeah, I think that this is part of what I want to talk about, unity. Yeah, Fabs, I'll address that if you want. So people want to know why I made a tweet about several prominent UFO people. And the answer is that they're connected to a lot of the trolls and people who've been attacking me. They have been connected by following them. Either I have direct communication with them. And I'm not talking about Twitter. I'm talking about they have direct lines to them. Like they text back and forth. So the reality is that, and this shouldn't be a surprise to anybody, that people who know each other in real life work together, right? They operate together. And I'm starting to become more and more concerned that most of UFOlogy is controlled by people who do not have disclosure at their heart set, right? That's not what their objectives are. And so I think that I don't plan on coming out harshly against those people unless I feel like they are coming at me. But I will say I think that a particular podcaster that I was on recently, I think is 100% connected to some of these people. And I think there was a coordinated effort to try to discredit me. And, I think that's just sad. The reality is, like, if these videos are real, which I think we all know they are, then there's a very real disinformation campaign attempting to hide them. And what I've been told behind the scenes is one reason why and recorded spaces, by the way, of people literally trying to disconnect me from the topic, my own topic. Yeah, and we'll have to talk about other stuff later on. But yes, maybe when we're done with MH370, we'll talk about the banking crisis and what have you. So there's definitely a real coordinated effort to try to hide this stuff. And what I've been told about why this stuff might be hidden is one reason I hadn't considered is that the amount of lawsuits that would happen from people who were attacked by like the CIA, the intelligence community, that had been discredited. If they were to reveal disclosure, a lot of these people would be able to sue for millions because they've been covertly, using people. I think the reality of how they do it is that they control people. They call them useful idiots, right? People that want to feel like they're cool. People who are like wannabe FBI agents, right? Just hint, hint. People that think that they've got friends in the government, so they think they're super cool, and then they just tell them to do something, right? And then, of course, they'll go do it. They become their savants. One of the options, too, is that, like, if people have been, let's say, arrested, and then they are part of, let's say, the UFO community, imagine how easy it is to if you say, hey, I'm going to make your criminal record go away, right? We'll talk to the judge. We'll make your arrest record disappear. All you have to do is you just have to become like my talking piece, right? I think that that's very easy to do. And so those are the types of people I imagine would be out there doing that kind of stuff. I'm not saying anyone is, but that's what I imagine it would play out. So we have to be very careful on how we move forward. So like any more podcasts I do in general, first of all, this is why I separated myself from the UAP community, UFO community. So if anyone out there is part of the UFO community, I was never part of that community. I even was, it was only for a month, if that. And I haven't used their hashtags or anything like that in over 2 months, I would say. And so the reason why I did that is because then there's no reason for anyone in that community to talk about me at all. So if anyone out there is in the UFO community is trying to talk smack about me, it means they're dishonest. Because I have not been even trying to be part of that community. I haven't said that what we're looking at here is aliens or non-human intelligence. I've said the opposite. If the people in the conspiracy community want to accept me, sure, because this is a huge conspiracy that we're talking about here. But in terms of the UFO community, those people have no reason to be attacking me. Anyone in that community you see attacking me, assume that they have dishonest intent. We're not distracting from anything. There's nothing happening, right? There's nothing going on that we're distracting from. if those people even care, like I'm giving them, like in gambling, you say working with house money pretty much means you have nothing to lose, right? There's no reason why anyone who would be for disclosure would be against me. Like, I'm only working in their best interests. Because if this stuff is true, in my mind, this technology we see, I'll pull it up again. This technology we're seeing on display here with these orbs, I mean, look at this. I can't think that just like Gates said in our video a second ago, I can't believe this is like quote unquote human technology. I think that we reverse engineered this. We saw some floating, UAPs or something, and we figured out how it works. I mean, look at this. Look at this. I thought this was a black hole at first. The way this has been described to me is that the plane, what they're able to do to it is they're able to get the wave functions to essentially synchronize. And so that this plane can, macroscopic quantum, we've got a new phrase for it. Let me see. Mass is just resonance. So if you can get the waves to line up, then you can essentially achieve these properties of quantum. It's all about getting all the waves in phase and then making the local space-time metric protrude like Jello would. Phase conjugation. Macroscopic phase conjugation. Careful with all your emotes, guys. Nightbot gets really upset. Yes, okay, so then in terms of, what was the other part? Oh, David Grush. So I'll be honest, I believe David Grush is telling the truth. That's my opinion. And the reason for that is to go and stand in front of Congress and talk about stuff that's like what we're looking at here takes a lot of guts. And you theoretically in Congress, you are facing perjury charges if you lie. Okay, if you're lying under oath, that's very serious. So I think that if anyone is testifying under oath, it's going to be tough for them to lie. That doesn't mean they can't be disinformation, but it makes it really tough to lie. So I think David Grush is telling the truth. I think the issue is he's got a non-disclosure agreement. So if he saw something like this, he can't talk about it. There's no way he can talk about it. He probably couldn't even mention MH370 even if he saw this. So that's the difference between someone like David Grush and myself, is that for myself, I don't have any non-disclosure agreements. I don't really care, right? I'll say anything I want to say. And, I don't want to damage U.S. intelligence and what have you, but they need to come clean with this, man. They need to come clean with this. Okay, take it easy, Brian. I appreciate that. I'll try to get to the emails. I have like 27 emails that I haven't addressed yet. I've been getting hit by a lot. So the thing here with these videos really is, this is a lot for people to take in. And I think that these videos and technology here, unlike what Matt Gaetz said, I think this is our technology. I think we have figured it out, even though it may have come from non-human intelligence. And I think this can prove David Grush's points. And I think it can do so in a way that's publicly available. Now, he can't speak about it because if these are still classified, then with an NDA, you wouldn't be able to speak to this, even though it's public information. No, we haven't done a hexadecimal dump. I think it would be useful to do on the stereoscopic, to do one of those, because at the end here, it's black. So if somebody wants to do that, here's the link right here. Somebody could do a hexadecimal. Okay, let me see what else we got. What other questions? Yeah, disclosure, I think, needs to come from the public. If I missed your question, let me know. I am following, I think I'm following Redacted. What's their thing again? Let me look and see. Redacted. I'm pretty much only on Twitter. Yeah, I'm following Redacted. The Redacted Inc. Oh, yeah. With Natalie and Clayton Morris. I think I've seen some of their stuff. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if anyone out there is connected to Redacted, have them DM me. I would definitely talk to them. Wouldn't pure chaos. Okay, so this is good stuff, good comments. No, Gates didn't comment on this video. I'll play the Gates piece one more time because I think people were not here when I brought that up. So let's watch the Gates thing one more time. I clipped Matt Gates. This is from the UAP press conference, okay?
In a clear diamond formation for which there is a radar sequence that I and I alone have observed in the United States Congress. One of the pilots goes to check out that diamond formation and sees a large floating, what I can only describe as an orb. Again, like I said, not of any human capability that I'm aware of. And when he approached, he said that his radar went down. He said that his FLIR system malfunctioned and that he had to manually take this image from one of the lenses.
He had to manually take the image.
Automated collection, as you would typically see.
So I think Matt Gates is a little, I don't want to say he's dumb. He's not dumb, but I don't think he gets it. So I think what he's saying, oops, that's not the right one. Forbes. I think what he's saying is he couldn't manually track the object. There's no way to manually track it using the FLIR. So again, when we watch this, notice here, he's manually tracking it here, or he or she. They're manually tracking this. They're not automatically tracking any of this. That's what makes me think about that video clip. That's why I think about this video clip. And I think if you were to show Matt Gaetz this video, he would say this is not human technology. I think most people that look at this would say this is not human technology to begin with. Yeah, I'm ready for Rogan. If we went on Rogan, I would prepare for like 3 days and I would just memorize everything and I would just straight up crush it. That simple. No doubt. That would be my goal in life. So would not chaos ensue? I think that's a good question. So the question that I ask all disclosure advocates is if we were to reveal true disclosure and it meant weapons that could, not nuclear weapons. Everybody always talks about nuclear weapons, shutting down nuclear weapons. No. I'm talking about weapons that will destroy the planet. Weapons that could destroy the entire sun. If we were to have that, is it still worth getting disclosure? Let's do another poll here today. And thank you, whoever just, I'm going to get to you, whoever just donated. I appreciate that. Start a poll. I want to see. We'll pop it up. If disclosure meant doomsday weapons. Okay, new poll. If disclosure meant doomsday weapons that could destroy the planet, would it still be worth it? Check out the poll. I want to get your guys' feedback, right? Now, this is pretty scary stuff, right? Which means, do we still go for disclosure even if we could destroy the whole planet? And this isn't just socioeconomic change. I'm not talking about wiping out fossil fuels and having the Middle East become irrelevant. I'm talking about, we were talking with Bob Grenier, and he said that this technology could destroy a sun. So, this is, and again, what am I talking about? Talking about this. What we see here is like an amplification of energy to a degree that we are not familiar with right now. Yes, it can lead to new power sources. It can also lead to potentially, if you were to scale this up, you could destroy a whole planet with this. This is a 777 right here that they're just disappearing like it's nothing. So, yeah, I don't know. This is why I ask disclosure advocates, because I think this is what we have to be ready for. If you want to think, why are they hiding this? There's your answer, right? So good question on that one. Yeah, hey, everybody. David Grush is never going to be able to say anything like that I'm disclosing. Never. Anyone who's in the military who's got an NDA, no chance. In fact, I think even a lot of talking heads, they might have been told that this is what we're dealing with, right? Imagine if they get told the same question that we have in the poll right now. And we say, is it still worth it if it's doomsday weapons? I think you're going to have a lot of those talking heads that are all of a sudden going to go quiet. And look at this. This is wild. Okay, and then James asked something. Could it be a missile defense system? Yes, this can also be turned into a missile defense system. Bob Grenier was saying that this could just wipe out any nuke that were to come at us. It might be a perfect defense. Any missile, nuke, anything. You just teleport it away. You might even be able to just annihilate it. Honestly, that stuff, talking about Bob Grenier, you guys need to check out the interview with Bob Grenier on my YouTube page. Check out the one like near the end, especially where we start talking about the implications of this stuff. Blew my mind. I'm going to clip some of that stuff. It's wild. Okay, let's get to some of the donation. Where'd the donation message go? Oh, there it is. Ken, thank you very much for your donation. Highly appreciate it. Why are people getting nightbotted? Be careful about emotes and stuff, guys. I don't want you to get nightbotted. Nightbotted is on a rampage, man. Any theory to change course prior to the event? Also, if the intent was to save the plane, then logically the exit wouldn't be random, correct? Not sure I'm following your question, Ken. So I think the answer is the reason why they change and go back to Penang is, if that's what you're talking about, is the fire scenario, right? They're going to the logical place. If you mean why are they turning, then the answer to why they're turning then right before the event is probably because they're attempting an emergency landing in the ocean. So if you have to land, like one way of landing is just going straight, right? You come straight down. But the better way to land if you're going to land in the ocean is a circle. That's how you slow yourself down and you descend. You would go down in a circle. So I think that's why they're turning in the video, and I think that's supported by the video and by the witness as well. If you mean Tucker Carlson, I would love to talk to Tucker Carlson. I mean, that would just blow this up to a degree where it can't be ignored, period. Why are the videos always this shaky? Yeah, the reason why this is shaky is because it's being manually tracked, just like Gates was saying. So it's because if you're trying to hold a camera, they're zooming in, right? So if I were to zoom in my camera, it's going to be shaky as well, especially because it's a drone. In fact, now that you mention that, the fact that it shakes like this is indication it's real as well. If this was a hoax video, they're not going to have it shaking like that. That's not a matter of like, is it easy to fake and do that? It's just they wouldn't. Does the Second Amendment cover doomsday? I'm not sure if the Second Amendment does cover doomsday weapons. I think it does not, due to Heller. I think that Heller says that you can't have doomsday weapons, but it does let you have like grenades and stuff. I might be wrong on that. Okay, I think that generally is not. Okay, and then let's see how our poll is doing. So still 61% of people still think we should have it. 41% think or 39% think we shouldn't. Yeah, I'm still torn, guys. So I think that's the question. If you're talking to anyone who claims to be for disclosure, I think that's the question you should ask them. Is if disclosure means doomsday weapons that could destroy the planet, is it still worth it? I don't know. I'm still torn. I wake up every day and I wonder. Now let's get back to our other donation. How do I get back to my other donation? JML, thank you very much for the donation. You didn't ask any questions, but I appreciate it. Poke AK, thank you for your donation as well. It's awesome. I mean, you guys don't need to donate. I didn't even know I had donations turned on, but I appreciate it very much. I'm definitely going to use these donations to help further the cause for MH370, including things like the new camera that I just bought so that we can make better quality videos here, sending letters to Congress, you know. Well, I was surprised how expensive it is to print out stuff and send it to Congress, but it's worth it. Yeah, this was leaked intentionally. I mean, you look at this, like somebody leaked this with intent. They put this thermal layer on the camera. They removed all the HUD data that we've never seen a HUD data like this, I don't think, with all the info removed. Like, this is someone who knew what they were doing, for sure, right? So here's another good question from Jason. You guys are asking really good stuff tonight. I love talking to you guys. Do you think all the recent alien evidence is just human technology? The question, I think, really boils down to how much of what UFOs we see, how much of those are ours and how much of those are something else. My opinion is, due to the fact that we've seen it ramping up more and more and more, my guess is that a lot more of it than we think is probably our technology at this point. If these videos are real and this is our technology, which I think it is, then my guess is a lot of what we've been seeing is our own technology. Like, I was thinking about a couple sightings, which I'll pull up. I may even clip some of these. The Atlanta 3 orbs video. Plane. Wow, this is hard to find. I might have to start using DuckDuckGo, man. There's another Metabunk thread on this. Man, I'm telling you, Metabunk is the #1 source of disinformation about this kind of stuff. Here it is. This is a random You know where I find this video is a random radio station. That's where I have to find the video. Like, you would think if I Google Atlanta 3 orbs that the first thing I should find. What? Here it is. This one. Is it not a video link? What the heck? Okay, well, this is a video from somebody who claimed to be on a plane going to Atlanta or from Atlanta. And you see this, and I just thought it must be fake when I first saw this years back. I think this was 2013. And there's a video of this where they're flying next to the plane. But if this is real, my guess is this is probably human technology, right? But this is the kind of thing where I wonder, it's like, is this human technology or is this, non-human intelligence? I think the more and more stuff that we see like this, I'm leaning more towards a lot of it being our technology, but I don't think we've happened across this randomly. Like Matt Gates says, I think this is a situation where we just don't realize, how advanced we've gotten. And I think that we've been working on this technology since the 40s, since the Manhattan Project. I don't think we stopped after we split the atom, right? And that's why I think a lot of this goes back to the Department of Energy. In fact, I want to do a FOIA request. Let's see. Let's see what it takes to FOIA the Navy. This is how you FOIA people, guys. You have to know the way you want to FOIA them. Man, they don't have a thing. You have to actually email it. Is this the guy that denied me? I call this person and they never pick up, man. They just never pick up. So I have to email them, huh? This is free major. We're probably going to FOIA the Navy on everything related to MH370. I'm pretty sure what we're looking at here is Navy on these videos. So we're probably going to send them one as well. Man, you guys are popping off tonight. Thank you. Let's see. Oh, yeah, shortly before the plane turns south. Yeah, so that one, yeah, I think it's because they're landing. I think that's because they're landing. Hope that answers your question, sir. Okay, sorry, I'm not going to be able to keep up with all the questions. I didn't realize we would be this big right now, so I'm trying. Oh, so that's what Super Chats is? I don't even know what Super Chat. I didn't know that's what Super Chats was. I thought that was like special emotes or something. That's cool, though. That's cool. I appreciate that. Has anyone measured the angles that the orbs maintain to each other? Yes, it's a 120-degree sinusoidal pattern. So it's a perfect wave pattern. Someone said that that's equivalent to a 0.440 volt pattern. I don't know exactly what that means. I imagine the electrical engineers would know what that means. But pretty neat. They're basically in a perfect equilateral triangle. 120 degrees times 3 is 360, which is a perfect triangle. Where do I think these orbs lifted off from? So that's another good question. If you watch the Bob Greenyer interview, I mean, I'm telling you guys, these interviews I'm doing are spicy. You guys need to check them out. Bob Greenyer interview, I asked him, could it come from a submarine? Because that's where I think it comes from. Because if we look at this picture, this one I'm going to show here in a second. Watch this. Watch down here. There's the orb. You see that appear right there? See that orb appear out of the water right there? That's where the orb's coming from. It's definitely coming from the water down here. And it comes up through the cloud. You can see that very clearly. Look at that. So this is what they call, this is a color channel change version, where somebody switched the color channels on this so that we can see more detail. And you can clearly see that orb come out of the water, which makes me think it's torpedo. What Bob Greenyer told us is that they could basically be coming out of anywhere. They could be coming out of, like, these things could be self-sustaining so that they can just stay for like days on end. So it could just be floating through the water and then come up and out. Pretty wild. But to me, I still think Navy ship makes the most sense. Sean Ryan's people did get in touch with me, but that was like, or he got in touch with me, told me to get in touch with his people, but it hasn't really happened. I get a little worried. Sean Ryan is connected to a lot of military people. So I get the feeling like he's going to have people like the podcaster we were talking about and those people that are connected trying to tell people not to talk to me, thinking that telling him that this is a hoax or something like that. Which is kind of weird because Sean Ryan has people that believe in lots of esoteric stuff on. So this shouldn't be anywhere outside the realm of possibility for him. So if he's listening or anyone's connected to him, I guarantee you this is no joke. This is no disinformation. I will reveal the biggest conspiracy of all time, potentially. Let's see. How optimistic am I for disclosure? I would say not very optimistic. I think that disclosure is on a planned timetable. I think that they are trying to acclimate people to the idea of this technology, because I think that even people who believe in UFOs, this is like well beyond what people were expecting. And that's, you've heard that a lot in the UAP communities, right? Where they say like, this is, you know, whatever this is huge, it's huge, it's huge. Well, this is pretty huge. This here is pretty damn huge, what we're looking at here. I mean, look at these orbs and the lines in front of them. Here's another one. Look at this. Look at these lines in front of these orbs. They're ignoring gravity straight up. If we can unify quantum and macro, guys, we're talking about magic becoming possible. We're talking about blowing up planets. We're talking about being able to teleport objects. We are talking about first super on a live stream. I don't know what this stuff means. We're talking about, what else did we say we could do? Free energy potentially could become possible. It's not really free energy, but it pretty much is free energy. Like the way Bob Greenyer described it, you could just take a faucet and you could have it flow through one of these toroids, which allows it to just, it kind of, I don't know what the right way to phrase it is, capture the electromagnetic waves into a point where it can essentially keep the energy and store it. So all you have to do is have water flowing through it and it's just collecting energy. So it's essentially like free energy in my mind. A lot of really amazing stuff, just thinking about it. Like, it's hard for me. Like, I want to learn electrical engineering so I can understand it better. Yeah, the FOIAs, yeah, and what I've learned, too, is we're never going to get to anything in the Department of Energy. They're going to be able to hide it. Even during an investigation, they have ways to get around, like, official investigations as well. The only way we're going to reveal this stuff, guys, is we do so publicly. Everybody just has to learn that this stuff is real. And they have to just believe it to be real from the weight of the evidence. So much so that we just change enough minds where it can't be denied anymore. That's how I think it has to happen. And if I'm being used to that extent, that's the reason why I haven't been wiped out or something like that, then whatever, I don't care. I'll be used, that's fine. I'm not, if so, I'll tell you guys up front, and I don't know that I'm being used if that's the case. The passengers, are they still alive? I don't know. First, I want to say, Jay Jun, thank you for your donation. It's the Matrix attack. Yeah, I didn't really believe in this whole idea of like the Matrix in terms of like there being this shadowy group that was attacking people, but now I certainly do. I'm just going to be real with you guys. I certainly believe that there is I don't know if you guys want to call it deep state or just there's a group of people within the government who are in the know, right? And they are discrediting everyone who they think is a threat to them, to people that will reveal the truth. I do fully believe that that's happening. And they can do it to whoever they want, for whatever reasons they want. You know, people that are potentially have a lot of influence, people that are disclosing information that they don't want people to be able to believe or that know that is out there, technology that they don't want revealed, anything that threatens them. I imagine that they can do whatever they want on it. So thank you for that one. The passengers being alive, that's a tough one. So we're dealing with a pretty tough situation here, guys. Most likely this plane was depressurized from the fire, and that's why they were flying low, is that this fire explodes 221 kilograms of lithium-ion batteries. It's not going to blow up the plane, but it's going to do some damage to the plane, potentially. It might even be where the smoke is coming from. The smoke might be coming from, like, literal holes in the plane from the depressurization. But I still think that those AC exhaust vents make the most sense. They're just in the right spots. So you have to survive this toxic smoke probably billowing throughout the whole plane, which I think you could survive. You just stay low in the cabin, right? and you're going to be above the smoke that will be above you. But probably some people didn't make that. Then you also have to survive the hypoxia, which means you have to have enough oxygen to be able to breathe for an hour and 20 minutes. And then after that, you've got to survive this event. You got to survive this, which I think you can survive, but I can't say I'm 100% certain. So what Bob Greenyer also said about this event here that we see, this macroscopic quantum conjugation, which is that all these, the waves of the matter in this plane can essentially be harmonized to the point where they are in sync. And that's what allows the plane to undergo this quantum coherence, where it can gain the properties of quantum and essentially teleport. Is that this plane could just be sat down somewhere. It actually might not even have to obey the laws of conservation of momentum, which makes me think that the people, the pilots, had no idea this was coming. That they fired this off. They didn't tell the pilots. They just told the pilots, hey, go to this location. We will have our assets there ready to assist for your water landing. And the pilots are like, wait, why? I'll just go land in, here's something my buddy told me. He actually saw the InfoWars thing, and he messaged me. And I was like, dude, I must be getting big, because normally I would be messaging him about my content and where it showed up. And he messaged me. He's like, dude, I saw this stuff on InfoWars. It's talking about you. Why would you not just land right outside the water here? Right? To me, I would land somewhere right outside Penang on the water, like as close to the shore as I could. So the fact that they go way out here where KT's boat is tells me they had to be in communication. They had to say this is a rendezvous point. Come out here to the rendezvous point, right? So they go out here. They can't land for whatever reason. They go to the rendezvous point. Pilot's probably like, we're dead. We're doomed, right? There's no way we can survive this. And that's assuming the plane's not being remote controlled somehow. And then they get out here and they're thinking, okay, we're going to land in the ocean. We've got boats or something nearby that are going to help us, or, the Navy or whoever's going to save our lives. And then they get zapped. Zappy doozy. Okay, let's see what else we got. Thank you again for the donations. Appreciate that. I guess I'll have to figure out how to even collect these donations. I don't even know how that works with YouTube. I don't think I've ever collected money off of them before. We'll see. Yeah, old rack, right? That orb coming from the water. There's just too much detail on all this stuff. There's no way any of this can be fake. It's just way too much detail, man. Way too many small details. Even the pattern, the interference pattern you see here in the background. Like, what, do they fake all that too? Like, oh, they put a random pattern there. Dude, it looks just like real life. I mean, how can anyone think this is fake? I also heard Mick West dodged a debate, which honestly, I don't even think I want to debate him at this point. Like, what do I have to gain from debating Mick West? Like, I know how it's going to play out. Debating Mick West will just play out where he just continually asserts. He'll just keep asserting that this VFX matches. Like, I'll just pull this up, and then he'll just keep saying that it matches, and I'll just be like, it doesn't match, dude. Like, you can see it doesn't match. You can see these dots aren't there. You can see this doesn't match here. You can see the middle doesn't match at all. And they'll just say, yeah, it matches. You just modify it. And then we'll play this game out, and it just, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it'll be beneficial. Like, our momentum is building so fast that people like Mick West don't even matter. Like, the only thing he can do is he just has more reach, because he's got all the spooks that'll put him on TV, put him on CNN. He'll say whatever they want him to say. And that's, okay, we can't really compete with that. They're not going to put us on CNN anyway, and I wouldn't go even if they did. What I will say is Matt Kim, though, told me that I should just go on CNN anyway, even if they are going to try to butcher me. Because his argument was, even if it's bad publicity, it's still publicity. But I don't necessarily agree. I think that it's very important that we don't let them try to pigeonhole me into some fake narrative. Like the one they're trying to do is that Ashton thinks the aliens zapped the plane. That's what they're trying to do. Which, I mean, you guys know that's not what I think. I don't mind if people do think that, but the reason why they want to do that is because then it seems crazy, right? It seems silly. And if I thought that was the case, I would admit it, but I just don't. I think that what we're looking at here is our technology. Yeah, it's crazy the video hasn't been this, the videos haven't been made popularized yet, right? And here's the reason. We needed all this stuff. I needed all this stuff to even understand the videos to be possible, right? And I'm probably going to change this one. Might change this to supercomputers. Because I think that in order to process all the information that we're seeing on this, especially with this part with the orbs, like I imagine the amount of data processing this is doing to map the plane is probably very high, like ridiculously high. So I think that we needed a bunch of things in order to understand these videos to be real, okay? So we need to understand, we need to have these 2017 DoD Navy videos. I did not even really believe in UAPs before this. I thought sure they could be real, but I didn't think they for sure were. I also had no idea what drone footage looked like. This footage I saw in 2014. I remember seeing it. I didn't know what the heck I was looking at here. No idea. Only because of this did I have some idea of knowing what this looks like. The Trump satellite picture, huge. Trump probably did more for disclosure just from that one picture than like most presidents before him, if not just like all presidents before him. Because knowing what satellite imagery looks like, even knowing about the SBIRS system, like we didn't even after we saw the Trump picture, we did not know about the SBIRS system, which is what I want to go into next after I address some messages in the chat. I had no idea how satellite imagery worked at all. It's not as simple as just taking a picture from the satellite. It's a matter of this computer program that they've built out that's doing persistent real-time monitoring. Persistent being the key word. So we needed that. We needed advanced theoretical physics concepts, which I didn't know any idea about. I had no idea. Like wormholes was something where I was like, yeah, haha, wormholes might exist. I had no idea that we could theoretically unify quantum and macro. I mean, I figured there must be a way. There has to be a way why quantum objects act differently than macro. What I didn't know is that size doesn't matter. What matters is the properties. What was it that I think I took this? Like, read Roy D. Herbert, guys. This guy is a smart MFer. He knows what he's talking about. I'm going to pull his stuff up real quick on Twitter. Wait, how come I can't find him? There he is. Let's see what he's been talking about today. So, first thing he talks about how time is a fluid symmetry. So when you see this, the reason why it speeds up here is because it's getting higher gravity. I mean, actually, I can't even fully understand it, to be honest with you. The faster the clock ticks, the lower the gravitational force. But what is this one? What was he saying in our replies today? Let's take a look at his replies. He was actually defending us today. I think I retweeted one of them. But this guy is super smart. And I personally believe in the stuff he talks about here. Properties denote the behavioral outcome independent of scale. So what this means here is that scale, size, doesn't matter. The properties denote the behavioral outcome, which means that regardless of how big your object is or small your object is, if you can make your plane act like an atom, now it can have the properties of an atom, something that's quantum. To me, that's what we're missing. Let's give him a like here. I think he was doing work defending us as well. And this as well is interesting. When the central nuclei reaches the correct point, the properties of quanta will perhaps exist, invoking conservational symmetry. This is like a little bit beyond what I'm capable of understanding, but feels right. Oh, and he's even got the bug here. So one thing is that the example that I keep giving is a fly. Why does a fly move so fast? Less mass equals faster time. And that's why I can move faster. Let's see. Well, he's been busy. What else has he got? Some other cool stuff for us to look at? Dilation theory is a holographic information theory. It unifies the contextual domain of quanta with the larger scales and resolves paradoxical nature of the cosmos and its odd phenomenon. Oh, he wants to get on Prime Video. I support it. I support it. Mr. Herbert, sir, I support you getting on Prime Video. Look, he keeps saying the same stuff. Dynamic behaviorism. Properties denote the behavioral outcome independent of scale. He's talking about unifying quantum and macro. He's saying it's simple. All we have to do is have the same properties and you'll get the same behavior outcomes. So definitely take a look at his content if you guys struggle with that. Let's see, what else we got? And I believe that quantum computers require superconductivity. And so that's, again, why I think some of our last things is we need LK99, and really what we need is the emergence of room temperature superconductivity. Now, I'm not saying that this is LK99. Salvatore Pais actually argued that we can achieve room temperature superconductivity without having a metamaterial. So that we might be able to achieve it with the right electrical currents and the right configuration, perhaps toroids, if you go back to Bob Greenier's stuff. Thank you, Ponder6. I appreciate the kind words. He just says, very intrigued and hopeful for the truth. I am as well. Happy everyone's doing well. Thank you, Krakadana. I think we scheduled our interview, Krakadana. I can't remember. And be careful of Nightbot, guys. Nightbot will get you. God dang. I can't click on people. It just like... Yeah, if you do... The biggest thing that Nightbot gets is the emotes. So don't put too many emotes in, otherwise Nightbot will get you. Passengers may be not in a good situation, but yeah, we don't know. No, Kate T's citing, she did say, what Kate T told me was that she could see the cockpit because there was illumination. So might be misstating that. When people were harping on me in a podcast about that, they were being really dishonest and they were trying to find something to pick apart. It was pretty embarrassing. Like, no podcaster should act like that. You know, and I would recommend avoiding that podcast with like the plague. If you're somebody who's thinking about going on podcasts, just be careful, guys. Be careful. You don't want somebody who's out there who's like literally trying to nitpick your theories. That's not somebody who's coming at you with honest intent. That's somebody who is a dishonest person who's coming at you with dishonest intent. So, and anybody who makes a video about the person that they had on that they're monetizing, that's a red flag. So stay away from any podcasters that do that. That's my final advice on that. Let's see what else we got. There's much better interviews to watch anyway. So, and I hope Danny Jones does not dishonestly edit the video. I'm a little afraid that he will. I hope that he does not. He's given me assurances that he won't, but I don't know how many people I can trust, to be honest with you. Mick West debunk only survives the idiot in a hurry test. That's about right. I should look what that is. Just try to a lazy debunk. Yeah, if CNN ran with the story, I'd become skeptical of it too. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat questions. We got, how many people are watching? Like 200 people? Wow. Thanks everybody for coming along and watching with us here tonight. I might not be able to keep up with the chats. Yeah, you have to be humble when you're, I mean, I think I handled the situation where I was under hostile attack pretty well. You have to be, I apologize, Nap. You really have to keep it cool, honestly. Which I've got so much experience doing these podcasts now, I'm not worried about it. Can I interview a drone and satellite expert? That's a good idea. I need to get to somebody who's like Ryan Graves or somebody who's really used that. The reality is the satellite stuff is super classified. No one will ever be able to deal with that. No one will ever be able to talk about that stuff. Let's see what else we got. How are these people not being removed? How's this person? How do I ban somebody? Yeah, okay. Thanks, Susie. How come I can't ban people from my channel? Right, yeah. Everybody, make sure you report this guy. Make sure you report this guy. I'm not sure if we can like report their whole channel. Hate speech. We keep seeing these same people that just need to be permanently banned. Thanks. I don't want any more of that. Let's see what else we got. Let's see. Hide this user from the channel. Let's see. Okay. You can block them. I'll have to figure out how to block them. So, yeah, I think. Olrak, thanks for the donation. Appreciate it. Let me make sure I give you a little emote action. Someone mentioned disclosures already on the way. I don't know. I'm not in the UFO community anymore. So I'll give you guys my opinions on it, but yeah, I'm trying to avoid all that stuff. I don't want to be like a spokesperson for disclosure. I think that I will disclose these videos, and whoever wants to take what that information reveals, they can go along with it. If people ask me, that's fine as well. Can I explain why the Trump satellite's so good? Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking back at some questions I missed because I had to delete stuff. The Don Lemon one. We've got the Don Lemon one somewhere. You guys want to listen to that one again? That one's pretty funny, man. So damn weird. Let me find it. Where's Don? I mean, I've got so many video clips now. Here it is. March 20th. So this is actually after the first video was...
What if it was hijacking or terrorism or mechanical?
This is before the video was like actually online, published, but it's after it was potentially leaked.
Failure or pilot error, but what if it was something fully that we don't really understand? A lot of people have been asking about that, about black holes and on and on.
A lot of people have been asking about black holes. What?
And on and all
Weird,
of these
man.
conspiracy theories. Let's look at this. Noah says, what else can you think about? Black hole, Bermuda Triangle. And then Deji says, just like the movie Lost. And of course, they're also referencing the Twilight Zone, which has a very similar plot. That's what people are saying. I know it's preposterous, but is it preposterous, you think, Mary?
Well, it is. A black hole is about, you know, a small black hole would suck in our entire universe, so we know it's not that. Bermuda Triangle is often weather. And
a small black hole would suck in our entire universe. Just yikes, man. Yikes. Yeah, I mean, you guys can tell when there's dishonest people. You guys know. You guys know. I mean, I don't even want to send people over to that podcast. But we read the comments on one of our streams. Yikes. If I ever get the comments like that podcaster got from their own followers, from their own subscribers, that's when you just shut down your podcast, man. That's why he was so pissed off. I imagine he was so pissed off. I was looking at the comments and I saw him replying at like 2 in the morning to every comment because he was so mad. Just too funny. Hey Jeff, welcome, buddy. I'm trying to see if I missed any comments. It's going fast. No, I've made a bunch of people moderators. We got moderators. I don't know, for some reason I click on the stuff and it doesn't, I have no options for banning. My only options are to remove people's comments. I don't get it. I don't know which host I'm talking to on Coast to Coast. Good question. I'm not sure if I even should have revealed it. There's already people trying to reach out to them, telling them not to talk to me. And honestly, it happens every time. I have people, there was one person that told one of the podcasters that like I stole their work from 2014. Stole their work from 2014. I was like, what are you talking about? Whose work from 2014 could I have stolen? Like, some people are just, man, not all there, my dude. Not all there. Yeah, I think that the disclosure efforts, I think, are a lot of it's controlled, I think, is my opinion. Let's see what else we got. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. 3 stacks. Why is somebody else different? Government funding? I definitely don't have any government funding. Oh, and somebody... yeah, Susie, if you find people that say anything, deeply inappropriate, please ban them. Do not just remove it, just ban them if you can. I want them permanently banned. If you see anything, say anything hateful or whatever, It's important that we don't have that. Yeah, coast to coast, Sunday morning, 5 a.m. Eastern. Oh, yeah, the Trump satellite. Okay, let me find it. I have a picture. Okay, here's the Trump satellite picture. While you're looking at that, let me take a look. Yeah, second podcaster was saying that we could just annihilate nukes with this type of technology. Like, you could teleport them back onto people, giving new meaning to the word teleports behind you, but you could also just annihilate it and annihilate their weapons entirely. It's like a perfect defense, theoretically. Yeah, I think that there's only a few small number of people who are in the know when it comes to this type of technology. What I've been told by people behind the scenes is that even within military, a small number of people know about this. Most people don't even think this is possible. And this is why I think when we listen to that Matt Gaetz piece, even Matt Gaetz thinks it's aliens, doesn't realize this could be our technology. It could really be our technology, not just aliens or whatever people think. Pretty wild. I don't think that the plane was vacuumed to be a macroscopic state. It's more complex than that. It's almost like there's another dimension. And so the plane is able to achieve this wave function where it still has its structure, but it can now just be anywhere. Pretty nuts. And move essentially faster than the speed of light. People are getting nightbotted like wild. Somehow the nightbot didn't catch the people that are hateful. So, okay. Oh yeah, so we're not going to set up a GoFundMe because, I mean, as you guys have seen, people are already attacking me for legitimate GoFundMes when I wrote a lawsuit that I didn't even cover my expenses for the lawsuit. So if I did a GoFundMe for this, people would 100% be attacking me. Plus, I just don't need the money for it. I mean, if you guys want to support me, I'm not going to stop you with that. I'm going to put it to good use. But I don't really need people's money. At least for now, I have another job that I'm well paid in that job, and I like doing that job. It's hard to go back to that job after you're doing like this, because this is like, I mean, this is just next level, right? I would do this for my whole life, my whole career if I could. Not necessarily like this, but like researching into like cool stuff, learning about this technology, disclosing this type of quantum and macro technology to the world. I think it's huge. It's huge. Leather jacket. I'm not sure I'm a leather jacket kind of guy. I would look really weird in a leather jacket, I feel like. So this satellite image, they didn't think this could be real. People try to debunk this satellite image, a real satellite image. The reason is that you don't see the stereoscopic imagery, or not stereoscopic, but the atmospheric distortion. So if you have a satellite that's looking from really far away, there should be atmospheric distortion when you try to look down. But they don't see that. Well, the answer is actually really easy. This is a computer-generated image. It looks very legit because it's super high quality, and they're using infrared persistent surveillance to actually see this imagery. So that's why it's all infrared, is that you can make it look however you want. This is an infrared image, probably false color as well. But even though it's false color, it still looks like, it would really look. That's the point of false color, is you want it to look as similar to like what you were looking at as possible, but just black and white. We can tell this is a daytime image. Huge shadows here. Our video has no shadows at all. This most likely came from video, but they just took a still image of it. And again, that way it didn't even let our enemies or anyone know that we have video capability. But of course we've got video capability, right? Why would we not at this point? So yeah, I think that's the big thing. So that's why this is so important. And just to understand what this means and how it works, you can just Google SBIRS yourself and you can find this. I didn't think we'd be able to find anything like this. I thought there's no way they're going to tell us how it all works, but we can deduce how it all works from looking at our video and then just pulling up the SBIRS video.
Global persistent infrared surveillance continues to be a critical
Global
national
persistent
security
infrared surveillance.
Cold War focus on
Let's hear that
strategic
again.
SBMs
Global persistent infrared surveillance. What does that mean? To me, that means we've got video of the whole planet.
systems has expanded to include short and mid-range ballistic missile.
Uh-oh. People are getting nightbotted. Be careful with spamming messages. I think Nightbot doesn't like that either. I don't even know what. Oh, it's probably the periods. Don't spam periods. Don't spam symbols. Don't spam any emojis either. This is SBIRS here, guys. That image in the background is Trump, the Trump satellite picture. And this is how SBIRS is scanning the whole world all the time. All the time. This is how we're able to create this video. You've got SBIRS scanning. This is also why. This is why there's no atmospheric interference. This is why the satellites don't appear to move. Because it doesn't need to move. But the clouds do move. And the clouds are moving because the clouds are moving in real life. The satellite's not moving because the satellite is actually just scanning, sending data back, building this 3D image. The reason why it's 6 frames per second is because it's scanning a huge field of view, creating a huge computer-generated image, widescreen image. Hey, Ian from the UK, what's up? Let's see, any other questions I have? Any concern this will affect your job or your top secret clearance? No, I don't think so. I mean, if it did, like, wouldn't that reveal the whole thing? If they were like, hey, we're going to revoke your clearance because you've been revealing classified information, I mean, it would be kind of just, like, gives up the game, right? So they're kind of stuck, right? They can't do anything about me doing this. If they do, they'll be admitting to the truth. I already took measures before I started revealing this with my job to make sure that I'm covered. And that's part of the reason why I don't talk about my job at all. Because I don't have a media clearance, but I can talk about stuff that's just public information. Like, I looked up to make sure you're allowed to talk about having a clearance as well. Just to make sure it's okay to even talk about. I wasn't sure, but it seems like it's okay to talk about. So, but I can't talk any more specifics of my job other than doesn't have anything to do with advanced tech or anything like that. So this, again, satellite image from Trump really gave the game away. Told us that, oh, this is how the SBIRS system is working. I'm not sure if the fire was intentional or not. Not sure. How did I get into this issue? Somebody asked me about that on one of the podcasts recently, or maybe it was before the podcast, is that I'm trying to remember the exact thing. A lot of the fact that I have a security clearance was part of the reason, because it dispels so many attempts to discredit you, right? So, you know, when they try to discredit you and say that you're a Russian agent or that you are crazy or whatever, well, I've already had the background check done on me by the most detailed government potentially in the world. So it automatically dispels all those things. Unless I'm a spy, which I'm not, then I can't be a Russian agent. I can't be crazy because they would have already caught that. There can't be any red flags in my background, no criminal history, nothing, right? They would have already found all that stuff. So a big part of the reason why I chose to do this is because I have that clearance. Like, I just thought, and I was like, I have a clearance. So if I am the one to start revealing this and I put my face on it, it'll be really hard to discredit me. Not impossible. They're certainly trying. You can tell, right? Like, they set me up on a fake interview where the whole point of the interview was to try to, like, litigate every aspect of the case and try to find and nitpick certain stuff. The same way the debunkers work, right? They find something irrelevant and they try to, like, focus everything in on it. That's, like, how that worked, right? So when I went on that podcast, that was the intent. It was a setup, you know, and I felt it out right away. And, you know, lucky thing for me was that podcaster was the one to put my name into their release. Like, I didn't even sign the release. So there's absolutely nothing that they can do at all, just even from the legal perspective. Like, they're not a smart person at all. Like, they're not even half as smart as they think they are. It's pretty embarrassing. And I'm glad that podcaster admitted that they didn't pay for my hotel, that they lied about that. You know, because finally, like, they owe me an apology over that, honestly, still. But, you know, they're honestly a piece of crap, so they're not gonna apologize, but it's whatever. Let's see. Just trying to see what other messages here. And then, wow, I've been busy interacting with chat tonight. I don't know how much work we're gonna get done. Yeah, this is getting a lot of traction. So today we had InfoWars did a piece on us, so I can maybe pull that up. Honestly, I haven't even looked at it myself. I mean, we've been getting lots of attention. But I mean, I don't even go to InfoWars. So let's see what InfoWars got going on. Like, is it even? What if it was like on the front page? I doubt it. Top YouTube gamer calls Alex Jones NWO Wars Game of the Year. What is that? I'm just curious. Oh, Asmongold? Don't care. I don't think I've ever gone to this website before, but... Huh. Oh, whoa! Holy shit! Oh, god dang it. I probably just lost my monetization on this. I gotta be careful about not swearing, guys. Holy crap. Whoa. Whoa, this is like right on the front page. Special report. Holy crap. Hello. Holy crap. Holy crap, guys.
Malaysia
Wow.
Airlines Flight 370
I'm super
disappeared
thankful.
on March 8th, 2014. On May 19th,
This is
about
all
9
like
weeks
basically
later,
about me.
A leaked video was published to YouTube by a third party
Holy
who
crap.
claimed to have received it on March 12th. The video shows what appears to be a jet
Great
airliner
report here by
on
Greg,
fire,
by the way.
being trailed by 3 spiraling orbs. Eventually, the 3 orbs
Greg,
change
great job,
to a
Greg
vertical
Reese.
pattern and disappear in a flash with the airliner, leaving a dead-end trail of smoke in the sky. A month later, on
Wow.
June 12th, a second video was published to the
Wow.
same channel that
Yeah,
showed
the
the exact
spooks
same
are
event
melting
taken
down
from
right
a
now.
different
This is
viewpoint.
getting way too big for them to
These videos have been
contain
deleted
anymore.
from YouTube, but
The
can
world's
still be
gonna know about
found
these
on
videos.
archive.org.
Nothing can stop them.
Ashton Forbes and his team have been researching these videos extensively and have provided exhaustive evidence that these
Holy
videos
boy,
are
there's my
legitimate,
works.
including digital
we-
forensics.
man, we've got like another
verified
12
by
to add to that
CGI
list.
Professionals, eyewitnesses, and government data. Forbes and his team have
Wow.
successfully addressed all debunker
Wow.
claims and have
I love
listed them
that.
for all
That's
to
my
see
favorite.
on X.com
Addressed all debunker
at
claims.
Just X Ashton.
Get wrecked,
So far,
debunkers.
nobody has
Get
been
wrecked.
able to debunk this research.
Yes.
Their research shows that the first
love it.
leaked video was taken from a pair
He
of
says-
American signals intelligence satellites known as USA-229. Twin satellites capable of creating 3D stereoscopic
Let's go.
images
Let's
by
go.
capturing 2 slightly different views. The twin USA-229
Yes, look at that.
satellites
Oh, we're
are
looking
logged
straight
at the
down.
exact
Oh, somebody who asked about the
location,
satellite. There you
time,
go.
and apparent
Boom.
angle required
Boom.
to have
So
captured
that's how
this
we know,
video.
guys.
This event occurred at around
I'm getting
2:30 in the
super
morning.
pumped right now.
It was completely dark. The wavelengths captured by these cameras are for detail, and the
getting
stereoscopic
pumped.
effect allows for added depth perception. The
Look at
source
this.
of
This
the
is how we
second
know the
video has
time,
been
guys. Look at the top of the
identified
screen.
as an MQ-1C
1835,
Gray Eagle
1837,
unmanned combat drone
1838.
with
I mean, this is
infrared
staring
and
right
thermal
down.
technology.
1839.
This video
Boom. We're
focuses
staring
on
right
the
down
heat
at this spot.
signature. And the man responsible
staring
for
right
leaking
down.
these videos
Oh.
seems to be Lieutenant Commander Edward Lynn. He was accused of being
Let's
a
go.
spy, but court transcripts
Let's go.
prove that this was just spin. The details of his crimes, including the time they happened, are
This is-
redacted. But it came out in the trial
go.
that the classified
Careful about using too many
information in
emojis.
question
Money
was
Penny, hey, what's
published
going on?
the internet. And Lieutenant Commander
You're gonna get
Edward
wrecked
Lynn
for,
had full security clearance to the same technology
Let's
used
permanently ban
to
this
capture
guy.
these videos. Using Inmarsat
The bots are
satellite ping
mad.
data and military
Bots are
radar to track its
mad.
path and eyewitness testimony
They are
to
mad,
verify
guys.
it, Forbes put together the final flight path of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370.
Look at this.
On March 7th at 1642 UTC, Flight 370
Oh, the bots
takes
are
off
angry.
from Kuala Lumpur International Airport. At 1721, the plane
It's all coming
abruptly
out.
turns
Sorry,
back
spooks.
towards the nearest airport.
all
in
coming
Penang.
out.
A witness on an oil rig reported that the plane was on fire.
Dude, Greg,
Several witnesses
you are my
along the East
favorite
Coast
person,
reported
Greg.
hearing a loud bang and seeing a glow
Ban
coming from the
TV,
plane
I
as
love
it passed
this.
overhead. At 1752, the co-pilot's mobile phone pings the
Wow.
local tower.
I gotta
At
figure out how to ban
1840,
people.
an eyewitness on a boat reported that the plane was glowing orange and appeared on fire.
I'm on cloud 9
The
right now,
Inmarsat
guys.
ping data shows the same sharp left turn that we see in the videos, and then abruptly goes to 0 as the plane disappears.
Jeez,
The
man.
CCP released Chinese satellite images that appear to be 3 orbs. They first claimed it was debris,
Thanks for
and
taking care
later
of that.
said
I'm
that
gonna figure out how to
releasing the
ban
image
people.
was a mistake. According to Chinese media,
Why?
19 families have signed a statement claiming they made calls that connected to missing passengers after the disappearance.
Damn, the
but
bots
without
are
an answer.
the spooks are angry.
Some people are saying this was alien UFOs saving a
Yeah, they
plane
are.
from crashing. But this doesn't explain the fact that 3 different advanced U.S. military
Dude,
surveillance cameras
this is just
captured
fire, guys.
this one
This
event.
is straight fire.
23 of the passengers on board
This is straight
were
fire.
related to free-scale semiconductors, a field leading
You
to
got the number
development
wrong
of
there, but-
superconductor technology.
Oh wait, I'm gonna get
which
myself
is what
knife
this
botted.
appears to be, some type of superconductor
I don't wanna get-
targeting
I don't wanna get
system
knife-botted
for
by my own channel.
teleportation, which is reminiscent of what the Nazis were doing with their highly classified
I might have to look at this
Die
Nazi
project.
connection.
Luminous
A lot of people
objects
told me
like
about this.
were first reported in May of 1940 as Germany invaded Belgium. And by 1942, several people began reporting them, starting in the skies over Germany. American pilots during World War II called them Foo Fighters. And let's not forget Gary McKinnon, who in 2002 was accused of perpetrating the biggest military computer hack of all time, and who claimed to have seen evidence of an
Oh, okay.
advanced off-world military fleet.
That's how you do it.
Greg Reese reporting.
Damn, Greg Reese. Greg Reese just lighting it up. Holy goodness. Here's the video that proves the time at the top. So we actually did the satellite first. We found the satellite, and I was sure, because we were looking at the stereoscopic, this had to be the right satellite, but we were thinking it was in the South Indian Ocean. But it was at the South Indian Ocean too early. Oh, I have to use browser chat? That's why? No, I'm not using OBS chat, though. I'm not. I'm using browser chat. That's what I'm confused about. Studio, your channel. God, I don't know how this works, man. Oh, this is how? Okay, I see. Yeah, no, still, it just doesn't give me the options to ban people. I don't know what I got to do to ban people. Why is it so hard to ban people? Let me try this again. 1 second, guys. I need to learn how to ban people real quick so I can wipe people out. Here, I'll let you guys watch. Let's figure out... Oh, come on, what the heck? Let's figure out how to ban people real quick. Wait, there might be private information here. I'm not sure. Damn, 75,000 views. That seems good. Oh, comments. Here we go. Okay, comments. This is banning comments. I don't get it. I don't get it. Whatever. We'll deal with that later. It just doesn't matter. We'll just have to delete them. By tomorrow, I'll figure out how to ban people. Yeah, that was pretty amazing, guys. Oh, nice, Jeff. You just found out about this from watching the Greg video. That's awesome. Yeah, pretty big. So, yeah, I have the evidence posted on my Twitter profile if you want to check it out. So you can figure that out. How do I go about copyrighting my property with this investigation? The answer is that it's already copyrighted because I'm the one who wrote it. Like, it's automatically copyrighted. So if anyone, he just retweeted my work. Kim.com just retweeted my work. Holy shit. Yo, my Twitter's not even loading. My Twitter's not even loading. Yeah. Wow, I can't even load my Twitter. What the hell? MH370 is trending. Oh, yeah. People are posting InfoWars stuff now. Oh, boy. Here we go. It's on now. It is on now. Oh, Hermes clipping it. Yes, let's go. Good clip, Hermes. Okay, if you're not on Twitter right now, get on Twitter. Start making stuff rain. Start making it rain on Twitter for us. I don't know how to make this go down so people can tell I'm talking to Moneypenny, but that's cool. Moneypenny doesn't care that people know I'm talking to her. You're a good person, Moneypenny. I appreciate you following along, getting involved in this early on. Notifications. See, there's SIGINT. I was actually going to, we might need to do a SIGINT part 2 tonight. I'm just getting so distracted with chat. I'm having more time talking with chat than working tonight. So just FYI, guys, after last night when I went offline, and I did the whole flight path afterwards. I couldn't go to sleep. I went and wrote the whole script for the flight path, and that's why I did it last night so that I was already ready. That's why I was able to get it out today so quickly. Yeah. Damn, I love it. Yeah, the show here was really good. You guys should watch this. I think it's on my profile. Yeah, this one here with Keith. If you're not up to speed, this is a really good way to get up to speed tonight. It's about 2 hours. I mean, that's really what it takes, is about 2 hours to get through everything. You can fast forward, whatever you want to do, go through it. But that's a really good way to do that. Let's see what's up with my boy Kim.com. One sec. Kim.com. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. Oh, snap. It was funny because I was about to do a second version of this tonight. Where it's called persistent. Here, you guys, are you even ready for this? I had this ready to go. Check this. Next generation persistent IR surveillance. SBIRS Geo. SBIRS mission. Look how much stuff I have ready to go for tonight. It's funny because we looked at all this before, but I just didn't realize back then when we were looking at how important it was. Damn, I can't keep up with the chat now. It's too much. Yo, 3 stacks, chill out a little bit. See, 3 stacks, just chill a little. Global persistent infrared surveillance. Oh, this is going to blow up. This is definitely going to blow up. Wow, this is getting big. This is going to be really hard to ignore for people. Like, if anybody's out there, and I know you guys are watching, you big people, whatever, you know who you are out there. If you're still not commenting on this, I'm just going to be honest. The moment they put me on someone big, like, I'm going to just melt everybody who has been trying to keep this secret, trying not to talk about it. Yes, 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 yes. Let's just go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We got max notifications. We're firing on all cylinders now. We don't care about the debunkers. We don't care about the haters. We're just going. We're just getting too big for this. Yeah. I don't think he retweeted or he didn't tag us, but that's fine. Doesn't even matter. How come on his it says where it came from? How did he do that? How is he able to pull this from my thing over? What's up, everybody? Looking for group LFG. Let's go. We got the InfoWars. We got Kim.com retweeting our stuff. It's just going wild. Sullenberger interview. Oh, I watched the Sullenberger interview. I didn't get. There was nothing I got out of it that was super big. Yeah, Kim.com. I mean, I talked to Kim.com for like 2 hours that morning. I had to push a lot of stuff back to talk to him because Kim.com really impressed me. I didn't know. Like, I tell everybody I don't judge anybody ahead of time. And, you know, I had heard, like, you know, the negative stuff that the media says about people because they always have to try to discredit people or what have you, right? But when I talked to Kim.com, he was, like, legit. Like, he was a person who was very logical and rational. He was not somebody who's involved in UFOs. And I told him, hey, I was not involved in the UFO community either, right? And Nightbot is brutal. Yes. I told him I'm not involved in the UFO community either, right? And I went through all the evidence with Kim.com. And he asked me some questions. He's like, I have some question as well. Yeah, so hey, if you talk smack on my channel, you're gonna get yourself very quickly banned. So, you know, don't do that. So I talked to him, showed him all the evidence. He asked a bunch of really good questions as well. And, you know, it was good. It was a good discussion with him. And I knew that's how I knew he believed. And it worked out because I had a space set up for later that day already with the X channel alert. And then Kim.com's like, hey, I'll join. And I was like, oh, I was like, if Kim.com joins our X discussion, then it's going to be huge. There was 3,000. It had to be the biggest. It had to be the biggest space on X, right? 3,000 people listening on that. We had Greg Gutfield on there. We had Scott Adams listening in. Jacob Chansley, the shaman from J6, came up and spoke and just dropped some like straight up UFO knowledge on everybody. He knew way more than I did. I mean, you guys got to listen to the space. And I went ham on that space. Like I went through the whole flight path, everything. It was big. I was actually surprised that Fox News didn't reach out to me after that. If Greg Gutfield's on there and listening and somebody knows, I might consider talking to Greg Gutfield. Maybe. That's the only mainstream media I would consider because, like, I think he's just a legit normal guy. And this was just a couple days ago, guys. So hold on. I mean, I'm not going to be able to keep my notifications now. There's no chance. So if we go down here. Yeah, this has already got 600 views in just 5 minutes. So if you go through my profile, I mean, there's a lot to go through, but this is why I was hoping Kim.com, if he would retweet this, oh boy. If he retweets this, it's going over 1 million. It's going over 1 million if he retweets this. But don't worry, we'll do more. We'll do more. I probably won't do much content tomorrow because it's Thanksgiving. I'm going to be hanging out with my family like all day tomorrow. Yeah, QAnon Shaman guy was I don't even like to call him QAnon Shaman, but I just like to call him Shaman because he's a legit guy. He's a very nice guy. I can't believe that guy spent 4 years in jail. That's just messed up, man. Yeah, whatever he did not deserve 4 years. It feels like they forced him into it. I used to be a WoW player once upon a time, actually. Used to be a WoW player. Druid! You know Druid. If you're a WoW player, you probably know what that is. So if you want the space that I was on, when was that? Last weekend? It wasn't even that long ago. Scroll down a little bit till you get to... Oh, this is probably where Kim.com pulled it up from. Yeah, so I retweeted this. He probably didn't retweet it because I had all this stuff about radiant physics in there. But this is where you got the image. I retweeted this the other day. I actually showed this to Kim.com as well. Shaman's running for office? I thought he was joking. If he's in my area, I'll vote for him. Screw it. Can't be worse than what we got going on now. We actually re-uploaded the space. So here's the recording of the space. So somebody from my 42,000 views. And this is one when you put YouTube links in there, it like butchers your views. Even my Salvatore Pius. Oh no, this was the Bob Greenyer one. Only had 26,000. Definitely check this one out. I'll put the link in the chat for you guys. This isn't even my YouTube. This is Awkwardly Animated's YouTube. But he like fixed it up, I think. Let me look. So I think he got rid of like some of the after chat. Yeah, so this is just the flight path. Maybe you want the full, let's just show the whole thing. Damn, yeah, notifications. There's no way. 42 notifications. I can't keep up with that. I'll find the space link here. So this is the one with the space link, okay? 231,000 views on this post. 58,000 people. 59,000 people listen to this space. 59,000. I mean, this is big numbers. If you want the space, there it is. Yeah, just to be clear, since we have a lot of new people, I have a policy that anybody who trolls, condescends me, condescends the investigation, you just get blocked. No remorse. So, and also if you're a debunker, you're also getting blocked. I don't give a crap about the debunkers. Just to be clear, the only way to debunk this footage at this point, the only way, is you need to find the person that made it, and you need to get the source files. They should have them. These are apparently incredible works of art that they made, and you need to show it to us, right? That's the only way. Nothing else, everything else falls short. I'm not looking at any BS where they have modified a couple frames like they did with the, this like, here, I'll show it. It's just ridiculous. Oh, look, we modified a bunch of frames and the interference matches. This is actually an overlay over the two. If the interference matched, this picture would be all white. This picture would be all white. The reticle would not be in different spots either. The frames don't match. Like, I'm tired of this lazy debunk crap. The debunkers have just lost the plot. They've lost their minds. They're desperate at this point because they're wrong and they just can't admit they're wrong. These videos are real, okay? These videos are real. Like, this is like the same crap they pulled with the DoD Navy videos where they try to debunk real videos. Like, there's just people out there that, like, they can't accept reality. And I hope they get the help that they need because they're going to need a lot more help when we prove these videos to be real. A lot of people are going to owe me a lot of apologies. And I'm not going to go nice on people that have been going hard on me. It's going to be bad for you guys. I mean, I've given you guys chances to turn it around. Lots and lots of chances. So, yeah, I'm going to go hard on the haters. Let's just be honest about it. So, you guys want to see... Let's look at this. I don't like to, like, whip it out and measure. 13 million impressions. 13 million this week. That seems like a lot of impressions. We're getting more impressions than CNN. So, just want to point that out. Anyway, that's enough gloating. It's not even a matter of recreating at this point because the person that would have made these to begin with wouldn't have had the luxury of recreating them, right? There's no way. I don't know how people can look at this and think they're fake. Like, the only reason you can think they're fake is because we don't have this knowledge here to understand that they're real. But if we've seen all this stuff, we can look at this and go, these volumetric clouds are super detailed. The clouds are the biggest giveaway in my mind. But then when you start to look at this, like all these details we see here, like you can see this background shows accurate atmosphere. These trails, there's no basis to even to begin to think about how you'd create these trails. They're in front of the orbs. There's nothing ever been seen like this on the planet before. Not in any publicly released videos. The video, the plane goes off the screen. If you're making a fake video, the plane's not going to go off the screen. The plane's going to stay in the middle the whole time. It's certainly not going to be like zoomed in when they come over here like it is like here. It's just, this is a real video. This is someone really tracking the plane. Like, I don't know. People have just got mad. Like, I don't know. They're weird, man. Anyway. Careful on, I think it's 4 like if you do 3 emojis is fine. 4 emojis will get you nightbotted, so just be careful. Yeah, honestly, I'm happier about getting on InfoWars than I would be on getting on CNN. Yeah, the problem with a lot of people is that they just believe too much fake stuff from the media, and they can't believe like reality. They just get lied to too much. How are you supposed to believe the source video? I mean, look at this. And here it is right here. You don't have to believe anything. Nothing I say you have to believe. This is the same thing I told Kim.com. You can just look at the evidence for yourself. It's all verifiable. Everything's verifiable. You don't have to believe a single word I'm saying. The science I'm saying is verifiable too. Here's the archive video. Archive video published May 19th. Received March 12th. Received March 12th. Now, if you think that that they somehow lied or on this, you got to give me a story for how Regicide Anon, why are they lying about the receive date and lying about their source being protected? None of their other videos say source protected. They say like email submission. This indicates this was a real classified video, and potentially they had to be convinced that what they were leaking was real. Right? Now, if you think that they lied about this date here, which is the debunkers say, well, this doesn't matter. They say that, oh, they just made that up. Okay, well, tell me a story for why they made up this date. They must have been in on it, right? They must have been in on the hoax, right? They lied about this to like make it in on the hoax. Well, why didn't they tag MH370 in the name of their video? Why does it just say satellite video, airliner, and UFOs? So when we're looking at this stuff, you've got to create a story for this. Yeah, people cannot discern between CGI and real life. And that's why they can't figure out that this is real. It's actually quite the opposite. So I have something that's called, let's take the test, guys. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. We're going to do the reality perception test, okay? What I want to figure out is how many people can tell the difference between fake video and a real video. Are you guys ready for this? This is going to be fun. So don't vote yet. I'm going to put the poll in the chat. I'm also going to pull up the link. If you've already done it, you know, I mean, I guess there's no way to spoil it. People just lie, but I have a reality perception test that I like to do because I think a lot of people don't know that they're not good at telling between reality and fiction. We don't know if Regicide deleted it or got banned. I don't think we're sure either way. Where's my reality perception test? I think it's in my debunk section. We have to add to this. This is going to be like 5 tweets long, man. This is going to be so long when we have to add to this. Where's my reality perception test? Damn, 250 concurrent viewers right now. Hello. Also, when we had that space, we had 1,500 viewers. 1,500. Do you guys see the reality perception test? I got so many works I can't even find this stuff anymore. Oh, here it is. Reality perception test. Okay, let me make the poll. How do I make polls again? I don't even remember how to make polls. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Start a poll. Is this video CGI? Okay, yeah. So when I say is this video CGI, I'm talking about the video I'm about to show here. So you say yes if you think the video is CGI. Say no if you think the video is real. Okay? Get ready. Okay, here we go, guys. What do you think? Is this CGI? Yes. Is this real? No. What do you guys think? Take a look at this, guys. What do you think? Reality perception test. Does this look like CGI or does this look real? Let's take a look. Let's vote. Is this CGI or is this real? What do we think? I'm not going to spoil it for people. I want to see if we can tell the difference between CGI and real stuff. What do you guys think? Look at this. Okay, put in the chat what you think it is as well. Yeah. Okay, we ready for the reveal? This video is real. This video is real. If you thought this video was CGI, you might have to go get it checked. You might have to reevaluate your perception of what's real and what's fake. That video is 100% real. This is a real SpaceX video. That's not a recreation. That is a real video. That's a real video. So, again, if you think the videos are fake, make sure you've taken a reality perception test, because that's actually a real video. Tough, right? Pretty crazy, right? Pretty wild. Yeah, people witnessed it in real time. That's real. It's in 4K. It's super high definition. But that's, again, what people think, that a lot of stuff is fake when it ends up being real, right? Yeah, the people laughing in the smoke's a dead giveaway. You know what's funny about that? Is that's what the Corridor crew said, what Nico said when he was looking at the video. And he says that one of the things he claims when we were watching it, I was watching in real time, is he said that the smoke here, he says the contrails, so he didn't even know it was smoke. He says, this is not what contrails would look like. They won't do this. And I'm just sitting there laughing because I'm like, he doesn't even know that this is a real video and that we're looking at smoke, right? Like, a lot of people in their minds will come up with any reason. And I'm not trying to hate on people that didn't realize it, but I just want you guys to realize that 40% of people, almost 40%, thought that was a fake video. That's a real video. So when people say, oh, this is so fake, realize that the vast, probably, and this is people that probably even knew that, right? And people that are more open-minded, realize that normal people, when they're looking at this, have no way to realize these videos are real. That when normal people look at this, they're falsely thinking that they're fake when they're not, right? So that's the reason why I say take the reality perception test. Reality perception test is a good way to show people that just because something looks fake to you does not mean it's fake. Yeah, we've addressed the debunker that stabilized it. The smoke's bouncing due to the stabilization. Again, you cannot edit the videos and then claim that it doesn't look right. The reason why it's bouncing when they stabilize it is because the camera is shaking here. The reason why the camera is shaking is because the drone is zoomed in and it's actually experiencing turbulence as it flies around. Same way if I were to zoom a camera in and try to take a picture while I'm moving around, it's going to shake. So when you try to stabilize it, the effect that it's having is making it look like the smoke is shaking. You can tell that the smoke's not shaking. The smoke is normal. What's shaking is the camera. So these debunkers, like, they're just so dead set on trying to prove themselves right that they don't realize that they're just objectively wrong. It's ridiculous. Nico's debunk was 15 minutes long. 15 minutes. And I was sitting there not even paying attention. I have a feeling that they're going to try to edit it to make it look like I'm sitting there. Danny was literally kept telling me to try to sit still when I was taking notes, when I was trying to take notes. And now in retrospect, I think that they were doing that because they want to have it, they want to edit it to make it look like I'm being shook or something like that. When in reality, I was just trying to be respectful. I'm just trying to sit there and be like, and just be respectful and let him talk. Because right away, I cut him off and I'm like, okay, he's already said that he thinks it's contrails when it's smoke, right? And I was sitting there just taking notes the whole time. So I have a feeling they're going to try to edit it in a deceptive way. If they do, I will come out hard against Danny. And it's going to, same thing will happen to him that happened to Julian. So I hope he doesn't do that. He's given me assurances in text messages that he's not going to do that. And I'll share those messages if I have to. I don't want to do that to people. So that's the reason, though, why I did that. TS, let me see. Yeah, so some people argue, like, maybe they would do this to, like, show China, hey, like, we're not messing around. The reason why they would do that is that or the reason why that's not the case is that they would then reverse engineer the technology, right? You don't give this away. This is a trump card. If you have this kind of technology, then you don't tell people about it. You save it. You want to keep it hidden, right? You want to keep it hidden. Yeah, I've already been edited once, but I feels like that Danny might go for the part 2. I just don't know. I hope he doesn't. He seemed like a good guy. Let's see. I don't know. Why is somebody saying that the source isn't Res? I mean, technically the source is Lieutenant Commander Edward C. Lynn, most likely. But yes, this is the oldest archive version that we have out here, which is this one right here, which says regicide and on it. And it makes sense because it says received March 12th on it. If someone can find me an older version, I'd love it, but they're not going to be able to, I don't think. Let's see what we got going on here. Eel Sushi, update your facts, buddy. You're wrong. You gotta be careful what you read on Reddit. Most stuff you read on Reddit is fake, and basically everything on the that subreddit you posted, which I'm not even gonna name it. That subreddit's run by debunkers that are Mick West cultists, and most of the information on that subreddit is disinformation. Now it's gotten better recently. Danny is not the host of Lore Lodge. No, that was Aiden. Lore Lodge was fine. Everything that I've done in real time is fine as well. The people that are editing me are trying to do so dishonestly, and they've chopped up the timings of everything so that they like put all the stuff where they think they're dunking on me in the front, right? And then because they're just trying to be super dishonest. So if that happens, then we'll come out hard against the people that do that, just like we did the last person. Yeah, Edward C. Lynn is out of prison. But again, the reason why they banned my subreddit, which was MH370x on Reddit, is because they can't have people telling the truth. Reddit is controlled by the feds. We were banned because we were telling the truth. This was the only subreddit that was trying to solve the case. This was the only one. There's nowhere else on Reddit where anyone's trying to solve the case except for the people that are my followers who have been posting my content. In fact, I'll show you guys the other subreddit. I don't like to, but I'll show it to you guys. It's important that we expose the truth here. This subreddit here, this is run by debunkers. The mod list, the reason why I can't see the mod list is they banned me. They actually have a rule so that no one can even say my name on this subreddit. They put a mod rule in that bans anyone from saying my name on this subreddit. You can't make any posts that mention me. They were defaming me, tagging. They had a tag that they only used on my content that said potential scammer. That's how dishonest these people are. The moderators of this subreddit are some of the worst people on the face of the planet. And they're all cultists of Mick West. All of them are. They're all debunkers. No one who is part of this subreddit is trying to solve the case. None of them are. The only people, like every, like maybe, I don't know, a month, I see something on this. Honestly, not even that much. Like once or twice I've seen content on here that's relevant. They have a fake tag and flare for people. Like let's go look at this one here. You guys can see all the people I've got blocked as well. People have fake subject matter expert tags on here. Fake subject matter expert tags. I'll try to find one. I've got them all blocked. This guy here, total disinformation account, just complete disinformation account. There's so many disinformation accounts. Stop. This has been debunked. I mean, look at all the garbage that people post on this. Before I started getting involved on this subreddit, all this stuff would have been upvoted. But now there's so many people that know the truth now that they've been getting just nailed. So yeah, this subreddit is a debunker subreddit. No one's been trying to solve the case here. They've got people that have got fake subject matter expert tags to pretend like they're experts. No one has presented any case other than me. If we go to the top posts of all time, it's me at the top. Actually, this one, wow, this one from Mujabi Batman. So this one here is, this guy here, he's said some good stuff, but this was not one of them, this post. This was completely wrong what he did here. This should be the top post. Real story of MH370, all pertinent evidence. That's me right there. Right? Let's see. Here's another one of my things, surrounded by orbs. They actually banned Punjabi Batman as well, though. They actually banned him, too. They banned him, too. They banned all their top content creators, which is why, you know, here he is again. It's basically just me and Punjabi Batman. And I don't have more stuff because they banned me. But a lot of these people's stuff is like my stuff. This Ken guy, I don't know. He's just, I don't know what his deal is, man. He's garbage, though, unfortunately. His work is garbage, unfortunately. But yeah, so I mean, this subreddit is super compromised. And in fact, it basically died. It was growing hugely, and then they got rid of their content creators. It basically died. The only reason why there's been action recently is because, like, you guys have been posting my stuff on here. Yeah, no, I want to make sure you guys know about this because I'm going to take down Reddit, too. Reddit's the #1 source of disinformation on the planet. Yeah, they called me a scammer, like, multiple times. They don't do it anymore because I literally had to send them a cease and desist. I sent them a cease and desist to Reddit, and then they removed the scammer tag. Like, they were literally just trying to defame me. These people are like, the moderators of that subreddit are literally out of their minds. And no one should support that subreddit at all. Yeah, that subreddit that I was on. They permanently banned me from that subreddit a while back. Complete wild stuff, man. And yeah, every single streamer or every single thing I go to, I'm going to just melt Reddit. The UFO subreddit, I'm going to call them out hard. I'm going to show everybody the evidence. Yeah. I'm going to expose them 100%. I told them I was going to do it too. I don't think they ever thought I would get this big. And I told them, the more you guys try to like censor me and you try to do your BS to me, ban me, whatever you try to do, the more I'm going to expose the crap out of you. And I know some of them are probably listening or whatever. Oh yeah, I've documented all this stuff. I've got everything documented. So. Now, there's nothing odd about it, guys. You have to realize they have a Discord where the only thing they talk about in their Discord is me. That subreddit has a Discord, and it's just me. So it's pretty funny. Hey, people are asking. So, Mark, you're gone. Yeah. These people are, like, they're pretty mad, too, I think, that I'm just calling them out real quick. So sorry we're not working on stuff right now, but, you know, things blew up right now, and we've got a lot of people in here, people asking questions. I want to address the questions in the chat. I did want to get to working on the SBIRS stuff, but I wanted to show people the questions. So if you think you're going to be somebody who's going to debunk this, just get that out of your head. You'll save yourself a lot of mental anguish. You know, nobody's going to debunk this. The only way you're going to debunk this is if you go find the guy who created it. I mean, it should be easy. We found the guy who actually made it, who actually revealed it, leaked it. We found him, right? So you should be able to definitely find the person who made it if it's fake. I mean, there's no way we'd be able to find the real person who leaked it if it was fake. Yeah. So. Yeah, I mean, if you don't want to like watch or whatever, you don't have to watch. I'm just kind of chilling with the chat right now. From a work perspective here, I wanted to do some SBIRS stuff. But I think more than that, I want to see where we're at with this. There's no way I'm going to be able to keep up with this. There's no way. I like to respond to everybody as much as I can, but just no chance. Oh, see, here we go. Here we go. Yes, this is what I'm talking about. What? Oh, yeah. 74,000 views already in less than an hour. Yeah. I mean, I said, what are we looking at? I mean, here it is, Trump picture. Trump, there it is. There it is right there. Pretty sweet, right? Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, 3 stacks. It's timeout time, buddy. I just don't want to. I don't want that stuff in my chat, man. Yeah, you're kind of just all over the place, bud. Just take it easy, man. Dial it back a little bit. You're not even hating or anything, but I just want to, dial it back. So this post here, I don't think it's not 3D stereoscopic imagery is most likely not shot like that from those, but it doesn't really matter exactly which satellite. The key point is that we've got the best satellite evidence out of anybody out there. This is the best satellite evidence there is. We've got stereoscopic imagery right here. These have SIGINT capabilities. They're staring right down at our location, at our coordinates, at the exact right time. This 1840 is the time where if you look at everything after, this is where they claim right afterwards that they lost contact with the plane. So we clipped this the other night.
370. Visual lines confirm that this flight, MH370, lost contact with Subang Air Traffic Control at 2:40 a.m.
2:40 a.m. 2:40 a.m. is 1840 UTC. GG, guys. GG. I might text Danny tomorrow and ask him when the podcast is coming out, because the fact that it's being held up, even though he's telling me they're not editing it, makes me wonder what the holdup is, right? Just release the podcast. I don't know why they're waiting. Makes me think that they're going to do some dishonest editing and try to make me look bad, which is what I expect. But I was there. I mean, there was nothing I said that was bad. I looked straight into the camera and I said that the VFX does not match as a statement of fact. And they got so upset about it. And I just don't care. I was like, they're like, well, why won't you listen to this expert Nico? I'm like, we were looking at the video of Nico trying to debunk the real DoD Navy videos. I mean, dude has zero credibility, negative credibility even. Coast to Coast is going to be Sunday, 5 a.m. Eastern time, if my calendar's correct. Okay, let's see what we got going on. So look at this. Technical intelligence, battlefield awareness. Let's do a little bit of work here. Yo, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. We got a lot of people in this stream right now. What are we unearthing? Right now, I was going to do a SBIRS part 2, but Kim.com kind of beat me to the punch. He kind of beat me to the punch on it. Yeah. Persistent global surveillance. Global persistent infrared surveillance, guys. I mean, that explains that it's video, right? We've had a big day, guys. This is the reason why I'm not working as much. 100,000 views on this. This isn't even the top one. If we take a look at his original post, look at this. Look who the top post is, 22,000 views. Ashton Forbes. He retweeted this. Dom did. Pretty amazing. So we got Dom to retweet us today. Kim.com is messaging us today, or messaging about us today. He might even be in my chats. I don't know. I'm not going to go look at it right now. So things are getting pretty big. What's my opinion on the alien attacks in Peru? I don't know, man. I really don't know. Seems like it's not. I mean, I feel like people would have had some good pictures if it was really legit. But I think something's happening there. Also, Nazca mummies, I don't know. They seem cool. I'm only focusing on one thing at a time, you know. I'm going to try to follow back people who retweet my content as well. But let's do a little bit of work. I know we've been chatting for a while. But we needed all this stuff. So, you know, we found Lieutenant Commander Edward C. Lin. People want to debunk the videos. Here's the gauntlet. Go find the person that made these videos and get their source work. Should be easy. We're going to make them famous. I will retweet all their content and make that person famous if somebody did. Look, I've got 13 million views. We'll make them famous. We've got more impressions than CNN. Just Google if you want to know where the SBIRS thing. Oh wait, I don't want. It doesn't really matter what people see there. They just see all my old Reddit links that I for some reason haven't disappeared. Okay. Let's see here. SBIRS. Literally, just Google SBIRS. Press videos. There it is, right at the top. This is how easy it was to find. That's how easy it is to find the SBIRS stuff. Oh, should we listen to this? Let's listen to this real quick. I want to do some SBIRS action. I don't want to get copyright strike though.
SBIRS stands for Space-Based Infrared System. So it's a constellation of satellites that basically detect and track missile launches across the world.
You know, SBIRS.
So they only mentioned missile launches here, but that's not what this is doing. This is a straight up spy satellite system. This is not just missile launches.
Worldwide is always there. It's the persistent infrared detection, looking for missile launches to protect our troops in the field and to protect the homeland. And
so they
you know,
definitely censored this, right? And you can only say certain stuff. Careful about the emojis, guys. Nightbot doesn't like the emojis, yo. Nightbot gets you. Oh, are people being banned? Is that what's happening? Is that why the chat got quiet? Be careful, guys. Nightbot's brutal. Nightbot's brutal, guys. Be careful.
go home and you go to a wedding and you talk about, hey, what do you do? It's like, well, I'm protecting us right now. It's pretty cool.
In the subcontract organization, we are able to
Who's this?
be excited about and involved in each phase.
I bet I know
We're
which
not
contract
limited
company
to
she
one
works for.
piece. We get to be
Oh, good. You guys aren't
involved
banned?
in
Good.
each phase
Be careful,
through
though.
completion and through the end of the life of that hardware.
So working out of the chief engineer's office, I get the opportunity to work in all phases. That's design, assembly, /build, test, integration, and a little bit of flight. And my focus is anomaly investigation.
I might have to do
and
YouTube
resolution.
Premium.
As a system test
I'm
engineer,
getting kind of tired
one of my
of
job
flipping this
functions
stuff.
to ensure that flight software correctly computes and
Okay, cool.
So
For me.
the end, which
Boring.
out of all
Sorry that you work.
Okay,
Goosebumps.
cool. This is Lockheed Martin thing. Let's look at this one.
Do you seek a life of a
Sorry, I don't want you guys to have to see ads. Yeah, I mean, that's what this is, right? It's doing homework.
Combined
Homework and
liftoff
chat,
thrust
friends.
of
Oh, boy, that's
1.5
loud.
million pounds. The RD-180
Yeah, never forget who
engine
you're working for. That's
two
my favorite.
solid rocket boosters ignite to start ULA's Atlas V rocket on its
When was
trip
this?
to orbit. Shortly
Atlas
after
V.
liftoff, Atlas begins a pitch over to attain the proper flight path while minimizing the dynamic pressure the rocket experiences
Yeah,
during
John,
flight.
definitely not the voters, man.
Then,
Definitely
Atlas
not the
V
voters.
reaches Mach 1, the speed of sound.
They don't work for the voters, that's for sure.
Within the next 2 minutes of first stage flight,
Ooh,
the
what's
Atlas
this?
V rocket will more than triple its velocity following jettison of the two GEM 63 solid rocket boosters. Fighting against the force of gravity, the nearly 1 million pound
I
rocket
better be careful we don't get
depletes the majority of its
copyright
propellant.
striked.
The main engine then shuts down, followed by
have to keep
release of
talking
the
or
booster
something.
stage. The rocket now weighs a little more than 7%
Yeah, no caps
of
and
what
no
it
more than
did
3
liftoff.
emojis at once. Careful.
To deliver SBIRS GO6 to orbit,
Try not to repeat
Centaur
emojis
will
either.
perform 3 engine burns. Fueled by liquid hydrogen and liquid oxygen, the first burn takes the spacecraft orbital, reaching a LEO parking orbit. Then, once
This is
the rocket
kinda
has
cool.
climbed above the densest part of Earth's atmosphere, the the payload fairing is jettisoned.
Oh, wow. So
After the
satellite's
first
just
main
chilling
engine
right there?
cutoff, Centaur coasts around to the destination argument, or celestial longitude.
And this is going to disconnect?
The second burn then kicks the trajectory onto a geosynchronous transfer orbit with a maximum altitude in the geobelt. Following
this
a
is
multi-hour
geostationary,
coast,
so this is
Centaur
really far
comes
out.
alive for a final burn as it prepares to release
This
the
means it's
SBIRS
basically gonna
spacecraft
stay in a
into
location.
highly customized, enhanced, high-energy GTO orbit. Nearing end of
GTO
mission,
orbit.
Centaur executes a guidance-commanded shutdown to complete the final burn, a capability which ensures precise orbit injection.
Huh. I mean, Kim kind of beat us to the punch on this one. he kind of took our thunder on this one. I'm not sure there's any other good SBIRS videos. Wait, this is me. That's me right there. What the heck? How does it put my thing right there? Let's look for SBIRS. See what we find. Okay. What's this? Oh, this is Raytheon? What do I want to do here? Raytheon got something? Man, Raytheon and Lockheed Martin are all over all this stuff. Oh, what's this?
If society wants men to be a delicate little flower...
What? Yeah, space cartoons. This one's only 3 minutes.
SBIRS for short is an American space surveillance United States' highest priority space programs. Spread surveillance information to the President of the United States, the Secretary of Defense, combatant commanders, the intelligence community, and other key decision makers, the U.S. Air Force said in a statement.
Oh, look at
What
this.
can SBIRS detect?
What can SBIRS?
The advanced
This is
SBIRS
like an AI.
sensors provide
SBIRS.
detection and tracking for
SBIRS.
both long-range ballistic missile and strategic short-range ballistic missiles, and
Ooh,
is
that was
also
cool.
capable of detecting re-entering satellites and space debris to assist in space situational awareness.
Is this a real thing here?
SBIRS
Look at
data
this.
is used to detect
This is how they can connect to one another.
missile launches in real time, compute the trajectory of
that?
missiles and possible impact points,
Nightbot's a
provide
moderator
targeting
thing that
data to
stops the
missile
people who are
defense
being
systems.
racist in our chat.
How many SBIRS satellite?
There's a lot.
SBIRS will
Look
comprise
at these
of
satellites.
6
There's a
satellites
lot.
in geosynchronous orbit, 2 payloads in highly elliptical orbit, and a ground-based component used for data processing and control. 2 HEO sensors were launched as hosted payloads on 2 National Reconnaissance Office spacecraft in 2006.
So this is our... Okay, so interesting.
In
SBIRS is just
2008.
using the geostationary satellites. Huh.
The first SBIRS GEO satellite was delivered to orbit by an
They might
Atlas
even
V
not even
rocket
need
on
USA
May
229 to pull this
2011.
off.
While the last SBIRS GEO-6 was launched on August 4, 2022.
Doesn't matter either way, though. As long as
All
they can
of the
see it,
SBIRS
we've
satellite
proven they
has
can
been
see it.
launched successfully. Now SBIRS system is active. How much does SBIRS cost? The
How much
SBIRS
does
program
SBIRS
has
cost?
faced massive cost overruns and delays.
Here we go. Here's how does SBIRS work. Is it
The
how does
SBIRS
SBIRS
architecture
work?
includes a resilient mix of satellites in GEO orbit, hosted payloads in HEO orbit, and ground control station. The SBIRS GEO payload is comprised of 2 highly sophisticated instruments, a scanning sensor and a
Interesting.
steering sensor, both sensitive in the infrared wavelength range. The scanning sensor
I'm
provides
getting a new
continuous
headset. I'm done with this
observation and
headset.
surveillance
I
for
don't- I'm getting a black
intercontinental
one.
ballistic
That'll be
missile launch
nicer.
detection. While the steering sensor has a higher sensitivity and
Whoa,
faster
what
revisit
is
rate
that?
to detect the low signature of short-range theater ballistic missiles. The integrated system supports multiple missions simultaneously, while providing robust performance with global, persistent coverage.
They're definitely censoring what this thing
SBIRS
can really do with this SBIRS system. San Antonio SBIRS. San Antonio SBIRS. The program, I think, began around 2006, which is like the same time NROL 22 went up. Before that, they used something called the DSP system. 12-year design life. Interesting. Ground assets manage data from satellites, payloads, and the Legacy Defense Support Program. Oh, that's DSP, Defense Support Program. DSP, Defense Support Program. We figured that out. Mission planning, payload tasking. Mission processing. There we go. Kaboom. There it is. Oh, we're using this. Yeah, Nightbox pretty wild. Yeah, we've got a lot of followers, guys. What's my opinion on the origin of the orbs? I think there are orbs, but I don't know if we can come up with that technology by ourselves. The reason why I say that is because I've basically been having them explained to me by people who have engineers who've explained how they work. The microphone's great. This microphone's wonderful. The camera is amazing. This camera we've got here going on is amazing. Definitely super high quality. I love it. But we need a new headset. This headset's got to go. Yeah. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Beyond missile warning. I don't know. Do we make another SBIRS post? There we go. I already messed it posting that guy. I just like how people are out there getting the word out now. That's all I really care about. $100,000 views in an hour, pretty legit. I mean, I don't know why you're talking about Seth Rich, but sure, yeah, that can be figured out, 100%. Any other big posts here? Yeah, Las Vegas shooter. I gotta like that one. If you guys don't know that one, that's a right-wing joke. Yeah, I'm just glad people are seeing this technology and seeing how this works. So I don't know if we are going to do another SBIRS post tonight. I was planning on doing a SBIRS post, but Kim.com just kind of beat us to the punch, man. It's going to look kind of weird if we do another one now. So I think instead maybe we overlay this into a storyboard with the satellite data, with the satellite video. Yeah, I don't believe at all that just these satellites are providing the data for the SBIRS. I definitely think that USA 229 is involved. Oh, sorry. Let me see what we got. Wait. Somebody, Hell Warden says he was a DoD contractor for 22 years. Okay. What did you say? I didn't see that. Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure the DoD knows about everything moving in our atmosphere, sir. 100%. 100% sure. 100%. Yeah, I think that, yeah, we're not going to talk about the podcast anymore. Too many like cringe Redditors. Reddit's like the main source of giving people brain rot. It's just the Redditors are the worst type of people. Gatekeepers that think they know everything. They don't do any research for themselves. They just read headlines and think that they're informed. So here's the DSP. What was it? Defense Space Program was the DSP name, I think. Oh, do you guys want to talk about Grush? If you have Grush questions or Grush Rogan comments, feel free. We'll take those now if you want. I mean, I didn't really watch it all yet, but people gave me the highlights. I think the thing about the Grush Rogan thing is like let's get some reveals. You know, like you want to talk about something that happened to Italy. That's not really doing anything for me, right? Give me something that's juicy. This is juicy. Learning about this stuff is juicy. Like, look at this. Like, can I blow this picture up somehow? I want this. Ground relay. Look at these satellites here. Look at this. Whoa. Look at this. This is how it's working. Oh, boy. Look at this. Relay satellite. They've got the geostationary ones out here. The SBIRS helo payloads. And then they have these other ones they don't name. They don't even name these other ones. They're like relay satellites or something. So Joe Rogan's reaction was weird, huh? That's weird. Yeah. About the Rogan or the Lazar interview, the cadence. Maybe just because like he knew it was just going to be telling stories, you know? The thing about Lazar is he's actually telling information that is verifiable theoretically. I mean, you're never going to get the information from the government, but it's information that you can look into. I want to thank the people who did the super donations or whatever that was too. I appreciate that. Just want to appreciate those people one more time. Where even is my... where even is my Twitter stream? Or my YouTube stream? Oh, there it is. Yeah. It's probably getting pretty late too. Probably going to log off here. I think people are starting to go to sleep. I was thinking about doing a SBIRS thing here, but I think we've got enough stuff for today anyway on our profile. We don't need much more. I'm thinking what I'll do is I'll make a video that talks about the SBIRS system, and then this video, persistent real-time monitoring. I don't think I can get discredited. I'm just worried that like they're going to say that SBIRS is only based on these geostationary satellites. But I think the way to go about it is just address the fact that it's persistent monitoring that they have. I think this clip down here should help. We could post the... Should we post... You guys tell me if we should post this Matt Gaetz piece. Should we post this? How come I can't hear anything?
A radar
Should we post this?
In a clear
What do you think,
diamond
chat?
formation for which there is a radar sequence that I alone have observed in the United States Congress. One of the pilots goes to check out that diamond
Look at this dude on the
formation
right.
and sees a large floating,
He
what I
is
can only describe as an
intently staring
orb.
at him.
Again, like I said, not...
Chat, get somebody to stare. Get somebody that cares about you like this guy stares at Matt Gaetz. This is what you need in your life right here.
of any human capability that I'm aware of.
Look at this.
And when he approached,
Oh, okay.
he
I
said
wasn't
that
sure he was a human.
His radar went down.
I wasn't sure he was a
said
human for
that
a second.
His FLIR system malfunctioned.
He was
and that
not.
He
He
had
was
to
just staring hard.
manually take this image from one of the lenses, and it was not automated in collection as you would typically see in a test mission. So
I shouldn't hate.
I guess
but-
I'll.
So there's a few key facts here. Why I think this is important. It's not really directly related to our case, but what it tells me is a few things. Congress has no idea what's going
Craft.
on.
In a clear diamond formation.
He says he's the only one in Congress who's even seen this. So Congress has no freaking idea what's going on.
For which there is a radar sequence that I alone have observed in the United States.
So only Matt Gaetz has seen it.
States Congress.
Step one.
One of the pilots goes to check out that diamond formation and sees a large floating, what I can only describe as an orb.
Second one, sees an orb. Step two.
Again, like I said, not of any human capability that I'm.
Not of any human capability that he's aware of. That's huge, right? That means he has no clue what we're looking at in the MH370 videos could even be human technology. I think he's giving away a lot of information here. We might have to write this up. To me, this is a lot of information they're giving away here. The heck? God dang it, I already forgot. Orb. Only he's seen. Not human technology. And then at the end, he says they couldn't track it. They couldn't automatically track it.
When he approached, he said that his radar went down. He said that his FLIR system malfunctioned, and that he had to manually take this image from one of the lenses, and it was
Pretty
not
interesting. Pretty interesting
automated
information.
in collection as you would typically see in a test mission.
I think this might be relevant to post.
I guess I'll.
I think we might post this. The problem is, like, I don't want to be part of the UFO community, but then I'm posting all this UFO stuff. Yeah, Hell Warden, I mean, I don't doubt you, buddy. I don't doubt you. I don't think these are UAPs either, my man. But I think the point of that video I just showed is that Congress has no idea that these are human-made, that we even have these, which is important because it means that there's a very small select number of people that realize that we have this technology. That's what I think is very important. And that speaks to a little bit to Bob Lazar and anybody else who's been trying to reveal this information. King of Fiction, who do you think was the one who was did it as a favor? That Joe Rogan did the interview as a favor, or that David Grush did the interview as a favor? Thanks, 58 EFD. The InfoWars thing is wild. That's huge, man. This must be one of the things that somebody was telling me about. If so, then there might even be more stuff coming. We had InfoWars thing happen today. We had Dom Lucre post on one of our retweet and us out. And we had Kim.com post one of our things today. Today was a big, big, big day for the case, guys. That's part of the reason why we're not digging too much into the work right now. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to all our American counterparts and for all of our international friends and people who are watching as well. I want to give you a Thanksgiving as well. In America, on Thanksgiving, we come together. We break bread together. We hang out with our family. And we just give thanks for everything that we have. So I want to give thanks back as well to all the people who are following right now and the people who have been supporting this case. I want to give thanks to Dom. I want to give thanks to Kim.com. I want to give thanks to InfoWars, Greg from InfoWars specifically for doing a piece about this. And everybody else who's been looking at the case with an open mind, sharing the evidence, getting the word out. It's only with all you guys that this has been possible to even get to the point that we're at now. We have a long, long way to go. You guys drive me to work as hard as we do. We are going to be taking a break tomorrow. Probably won't be working very hard tomorrow. I may retweet some stuff. Not sure. Might do an evening stream after I get done with Thanksgiving. Not sure. Just hang out with you guys. But probably be watching some football tomorrow. I think we'll post this Matt Gaetz thing, though. I think this is really interesting. Yeah, manipulation of energy fields with geodesics is that's one good way to put it, for sure. Yeah, Hellwarden knows what's up. They already have. What's the 55? What's the Hellwarden? What's the 256 library? What does that mean? And what do icons mean? If you anything you can tell us. Also, don't get yourself arrested. Whatever. Don't get yourself arrested. We do have a Discord. So the Discord is invite only right now. I'm only inviting people I trust into the Discord at the moment. If I follow you on Twitter and you can DM me, I'm going to look through your content and make sure that you're a supporter and not somebody who's not. But I will issue invites on a DM only basis. And if you're somebody who's been retweeting my stuff, then most likely I will follow you back. I'm going to start trying to do that a little bit more, following the people who are retweeting the content. And those people will be able to DM me. I've been prioritizing verified followers that have a lot of followers, but I will probably switch that to people that are retweeting in general. I've got a lot of trolls following me as well that I don't want to be following back. Yeah, the Element 115 stuff, I'm not sure anymore, man. That's weird, too. I'm glad you brought that up, Red Ketchup. Before I did all this, I thought that Element 115 stuff was like all the rage or whatever, and that's how all this stuff worked. But like now, I'm not sure the Element 115 stuff's even necessary anymore. Like I think we can do all this without any additional like exotic elements. I don't think it's required. Which team do I support? I can't give away which team I support. It just gives away my location. So I'll tell you, it's a football team. You can probably figure it out from the teams I don't like, though. Yeah. I'll give you guys a clue. I don't like. Actually, I don't want to make anybody mad. I don't make anybody mad. People get very, very tribal when it comes to their football teams. As do I. Yeah, good job, everybody, on the stuff. No, the drone, I think Lynn was actually in an airplane. I think he was in one of the airplanes that night. There was 2 AWACS, according to the French dad who lost his wife and his children, who I want to issue my condolences to, all the families. We're doing it for you guys. But also Kate T saw 2 planes as well. Yeah, I mean, there is an Element 115. It's a real element. I just don't think it's required to defy gravity as we see it. I think superconductivity can do that without it, amazingly. It has to do more with the shapes. The only way you're going to be able to DM me is if you have my Twitter and I'm following you back. I only allow people that I've followed to DM me because otherwise I would get spammed by trolls 24/7. It would just be nonstop trolling. The people that are against this are like super off their rocker. Like they're not stable type people. I mean, we've seen it in our chat. So let's go ahead and make another post. I mean, we've made a lot of posts today. Maybe we don't even need to make another post today. This one was one of my favorite. The videos are debunked. It's like, okay, sure. And then we just go back to work. Yeah, I think you can control drones from AWACS, yes. Yes. Yes is the answer. Yes, I think you can control drones from AWACS. They have these like on the sides here. There's video or monitors, and there's like 20 people on these planes. So, what's my refutation for the VFX? I mean, I have to debunk it like every day. It doesn't match on even a single frame. As a statement of fact, not an opinion. Statement of fact does not match. I've got all the debunks, whatever you're gonna talk about. Ugh. I don't like dealing with these debunks over and over and over and over and over again, but the VFX debunk does not match. This is not the same effect. They've resized this to a similar. They found something that was similar. They probably ran a computer program to find something that had a similar frame, and then they resized it, tried to line it up. As you can see, it doesn't line up exactly. You can see all the differences. You can see the middle is completely different. This is because all dispersion patterns look the same. This is an explosion effect that they used. Our event is an endothermic event. They're not even close to the same. And then this is, so what they try to do is they try to line up one frame and then try to fool people into thinking that this means something. But the moment you look at the whole effect, the whole illusion just completely breaks down. The whole illusion just breaks down. The moment you were to compare the whole effect, you realize we're not looking at this effect in our thing. Like, look at this. This is not our effect. If you were to take a 3D effect and put it into our video, you wouldn't use an effect like this. This is not even what it looks like. It's not even close. So hopefully that helps with anybody who's still, for some reason, thinking that there's a VFX from a 90s old two-dimensional video game in our real videos. There's not. SBIRS system, we think, went online 2006. The old system was the Defense Space Program, DSP, right here. Legacy DSP satellites. I think one of these says 2006. See, DSP satellites 2001. Here they are, November 2006. So that's the reason why we're probably looking at NROL 22. That's going to be one of our command satellites. That's why, again, I'm very, very sure we are looking at the SBIRS system here. Oh, they absolutely know what happened to this plane. No doubt. No matter what you think about this, the U.S. government knows exactly what happened to this plane. Exactly. Like, there's no chance they can't know. They've got two satellites staring at it on the agreed upon flight path. This is actually where they claim it turned into the South Indian Ocean. The exact time and location they claim it turned into the South Indian Ocean. So it's like, how could they not know exactly what happened? They know it didn't go to the South Indian Ocean. They know. So let me read. Military icon graphics for the common operation picture. I don't know what that means. Element 116. Yeah, the debunkers get really angry. To be more specific, every military vehicle, including non-specific entities, has an icon in the database. So when something is reported, to the user will select the appropriate icon. Oh, UAPs are one of those. Oh, wow. Yeah, so they 100% knew where this plane was. There's no way. I mean, they've got the satellite right there. I mean, how many debunks do I have to? I don't really want to do any more debunk stuff. They've all been debunked. Everything's been debunked. We'll do a little bit more, and then I'll probably just call it a night. I do want to post the Matt Gaetz stuff, though. I think I'll post the Matt Gaetz stuff in the morning. We've got enough posts today, I think, right? We need something for tomorrow anyway. I'll post the Matt Gaetz thing in the morning, first thing. I mean, we've retweeted a bunch of stuff out there. Oh, wow, 4,000 views on this. Anytime you put a YouTube link, it just crushes your stuff. Run for president. Oh, God. What if I had to become a spook? Jeez. Yeah. I think we got enough for tonight. I do want to work on another storyboard as well, so in terms of what's coming up, let's see. I need a storyboard for, I think I want to do this satellite video. I think I want to do a satellite video plus SBIRS one, right? Should join the spooks for the right price. I probably would have if they would have come to me earlier. I bet they're wishing they would give me $10 million to not do this at this point. Do I think the Malaysian government knows? Yeah, I definitely think they know. I mean, I don't think they know exactly, but they could. Maybe they were told. My favorite interview is the interview with the Malaysian Minister of Defense. This dude, we might have to watch it again. It's just too funny, man. So tomorrow I'll post the Matt Gaetz thing. And then what I'll probably do and work on my own time is I'm going to work on the storyboard for the satellite video tomorrow. We've already got our first video out there of this one. 100,000 views already. Already 100,000 views in 12 hours on this one. So I'm going to do something like this, just like this pretty much. I've posted this across social media as well. There's no way to track people's specific locations in real time in the military. That would be a big problem. Wait, what? Why is this Nightbot deleting this guy? Oh, Justin, be careful about putting excess characters. Nightbot doesn't like that either. If you put too many dots, Nightbot gets mad. Nicobar Islands is Indian, yeah, and we think that the place where we think we even know where the sorry, I'm just getting tired. We think we know where they deployed it from as well. What's this one? Oh, yeah. So let me figure out. I've got an image of where we think it was deployed from. So this is where we think it was deployed from. So this red line's wrong. I don't know. Somebody else made this and they just didn't have the right locations here. The green line is where the plane would have gone to Penang here. And then it goes up here to our location. We think that the drone was deployed from either here or here. Either VORS or Vox, one of these two. If it was deployed from here, it's going here. But either way, the general direction of the drone would be in the right location to be imaging the plane right here. It could probably get there from either of these locations. But I think this is the one that I'd be looking at where the drone came from. Yeah, the body count on Nightbot. Nightbot is just wrecking people right now. Thanks, Justin, for the happy Thanksgiving. Thank you guys as well. His Highness, live long and prosper. You as well. Nightbot's just a brutal. They might be directing me. If they're directing me behind the scenes, then they're attacking me for some weird reason I don't really understand. So the main reason why I don't think I'm being used is because they're ruthlessly trying to discredit me. Like, ruthlessly. If they were all supporting me, it would be a different story. And they hate when I block them. That's another indicator. Like, if you get blocked and you don't care about the content that's happening, like, you just move on with your life. But for some reason, when I block people, it's like I've just, like, taken out one of their family members or something, how angry these people get. So it doesn't really make any sense to me. So I think we'll probably not do anymore. We had Greg from InfoWars post his stuff. We gave that a retweet. We had our flight path explainer today. That was huge. We had Dom retweet this tweet right here that has our name in it. Huge. We had our big interview with Keith. This one was really good to watch if you guys are trying to catch up or whatever. Good night, Sherry on top. We're going to be going to sleep in a minute as well. I think our viewers are going to sleep as well. Although we had 250 concurrent viewers here. Pretty big. Then we had our stream, of course. And then the big one, having Kim.com post our content, post the SBIRS video. Next podcast, I think I have one Friday. Yeah, we're going to do... Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, alien scientist. I was actually very skeptical going into Jeremy's alien scientist thing. Like, I think that a lot of people told him that, like, you know, not to talk to me or whatever. But, like, and he was very skeptical for sure. But, like, now I think we're pretty cool now. I talk to him on DMs occasionally. And we're going to actually probably have Jeremy on the Hard Truths podcast. So Friday will be my next... Wait, did I not put it in there? I got to figure out when the Alien Addict one is real quick. Hold on. He posted. I didn't put it in my calendar. Where did we not set a time? I should have 2 podcasts on Friday. Forbidden Knowledge News. Oh, I don't know if I should be saying all these. Whatever. They're not going to cancel. Basically, no one's going to cancel with me anymore just because, like, I'm bringing huge ratings to these people. It's basically every single person that I've talked to for the podcasts has said that it's been taking off. Like they're every single person is basically like their biggest thing. Like I had so many requests, I can't even respond to them all. And so if there's people out there that I didn't respond to your request, you might have to send me another email because I got so many emails I couldn't even really keep track. I better put this in my calendar right now though. What time is it? 5 p.m. Eastern. Oh, that's why the time zone was messed up. Okay. Oof, I got a double dose of podcasts on Friday. It's going to be a lot. I don't know if any of them are going to be live. I'll let you know. Oh, wait. I put it on the wrong day. That's why. Oh, I put it on the wrong day. Wait, what day is this? It is Friday. Okay, I put it in the wrong day. Whoops. No wonder. Let's delete this. I thought it was going to be Saturday. Okay, and then Sunday, I've got Coast to Coast. It's probably going to be live on Coast to Coast. So if you're up at 5 a.m. Eastern on Sunday, you can listen to it. Otherwise, I'm sure it'll be replayed. And then I've also got the Hard Truths podcast on Sunday at, I think I said it's 1 p.m. Eastern with Dave Rossi. You aren't going to want to miss that for sure. We're definitely going to be talking about the videos with Dave Rossi. He has his own company. He does advanced propulsion and other scientific expert. We're going to take everything that we've done with Salvatore Pais and everything we talked about with Bob Grenier, and we're actually probably going to look at some cool experiments that Dave Rossi's been doing. I've been talking to this Dave Rossi guy. I don't even want to talk to him like that. I think he's a really good guy. I think he's probably one of my favorite people I've talked to. I think I spoke to that somewhere this morning here. Dave Rossi, I'm going to probably start promoting this tomorrow as well. And I'll set up the live stream for it or whatever it's called. The future stream so you can notify yourselves. You'll definitely want to check this out as well. I mean, I think I'm getting like really smart people who are engineers, scientists, physicists. I'll probably ask Roy D. Herbert to come on the podcast as well, in the near future. And then the week after, next week, after December 3rd, I need to set this in my calendar too. We're going to have Hard Truths number 4. Hard Truths number 4 is going to be with Salvatore Pais and Dave Rossi at the same time. And I'm going to let them go back and forth with the science, and we're going to talk about the videos, and it's going to be awesome. So we're finally going to have Salvatore Pais talking. He already kind of did talk about the videos. But these guys are set up. They're very smart. They're very connected. It's going to be awesome. I just had to throw that in my calendar as well. So we've got a lot of big stuff coming up. If anyone wants to help out, one thing I do need help with is compiling all the podcasts with links to all of them, going back like 3 or 4 weeks. If anyone's interested and wants to help out with that, feel free to help grab the links. The easiest way is just go through all my profile posts and find like this one, right? And then just say, yeah, at the mic with Keith, and then put the link. I do need some help with that. And then if you do that, I'll appreciate it. I'll follow you back, whatever. You can email me at mh370x@proton.me. Just put in the subject matter, podcast links. I am looking for people to help with some tasks. The other thing I need help with is if anyone is a graphics person, I need an open card, an end card. Actually, for Hard Truths, yes, but I just need one in general for MH370X. So like what I'm looking for in that is something very short, like 5 seconds. So that when I do stuff like this, I can have an intro that has like MH370X come in and then just like cut away to this, to my face or whatever. And then maybe be at the end. Yeah, the Greg Reese video was spicy. That's really good. That's a longer one that he's done. It's awesome. 256 library is classified. Why is it called 256? Is it because that's how many icons there are? I might have to look that up. Yeah, you can't find anything for this. You might have to use DuckDuckGo from now on, guys. Yeah, there's nothing. Although this is kind of interesting. Yeah, we're going to do hard truths like every week. We've got 2 more coming already, and then I'm talking to Jeremy to try to get him to come on. I think he wants to come on. I'll probably try to get Roy D. Herbert on. I really want to talk to Roy D. Herbert about physics, theoretical physics, etc. Any other governments? I mean, there's no way I know any if any other organizations are using, or any other entities are using teleportation technology. Boeing stuff helps. Airbus 330. What's up? Okay, I'm just seeing what else we got here. These are some people I was going to reach out to. I'm pretty far behind on that. So we're going to post the Matt Gaetz thing. I'll probably work on the storyboard for the video, satellite video. I was going to do a secondary video on SBIRS, but I think the move is just do a video on the stereoscopic video with SBIRS stuff. Like maybe I can do, like, clip this or something. I'm not sure yet. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you have subscribed and like or whatever you do to the YouTube videos. Appreciate that. Appreciate everybody who's been following today, who's come from Twitter, InfoWars, wherever else you were seeing this information. Situation is these videos are real. We know the videos are real, so all we have to do is sit back and wait to see who wants to lie about them, see who wants to expose themselves. And a lot of people already have. A lot of people have exposed themselves. And, yeah, you know, let them. Let them. There's nothing they can do to stop us. Nothing they can do. The only way that I'm going to get stopped is if they take me out. And if they take me out, then you guys are going to rise up, and there'll be 10 more of me that will be doing the same stuff. That's the reason why I've been streaming everything. The reason why I make all the evidence available is that it protects me. Because then if anything happens to me, you guys will know that who did it, and you will also be able to take the work and run with it. So that's full transparency. I just keep all the cards on the table. I'm not afraid of the government. I don't care if anything happens to me. And that's part of the reason, too. There's nothing that they can use against me. There's nothing. They have no leverage over me. There's no one they can use against me. So thank you, Verisme. Appreciate you. Thanks, Red Ketchup. Thanks, you guys. We're going to shut down the stream here in a couple minutes. I just want to thank you guys once again. Make sure you have a great Thanksgiving tomorrow, guys. I will post a couple stuff. I'm going to post the Matt Gaetz thing in the morning. I'm going to work on the storyboard in the morning for the next video. I don't know if I'll have it done tomorrow, maybe tomorrow night. And then tomorrow night, I'll probably stream. Ooh, there goes my camera. I'll probably stream tomorrow night. And we'll work on some of the other stuff. I've got a lot of other stuff out here, but what I'm probably going to do from now on is I'm going to do more video content. I think it just reaches more people, and we can stuff that's like shorter that we can post onto Instagram and people can share better. But yeah, it's going to be busy. So good night, everybody. Good night, fam. We had an awesome discussion here in chat today. It's been a great day. Make sure you spread all the information. Make sure you like all the stuff on Twitter, whatever you want to do. And yeah, we probably will do a stream tomorrow night. I want to try to work on the storyboard, so we'll see. We may work on the storyboard tomorrow. I may work on it in my off time. Make sure you reach out if you guys have connections to any of the big people or anybody you see on this list here as well. You want to have them have me on. You know, get in touch with them. Make sure you tell them, hey, I'm a good guy. I'm not all the bullshit that people have been saying about me, because we do need to offset that as much as we can. And yeah, I think that's it. And here's our hook. Hidden technologies that could change the world for the better or for the worst. That's the hook. Okay, guys. Have a great evening.